He likes the attention.
He does,
but in doses and on his terms.
Also slapped by the yarmulke pretty hard.
He goes, "You've been slapped in yarmulke."
Oh my god, we are evil. Strongest sense of the fucking word. We are the worst. Hey, I guess that's that.
That just ended kind of suddenly. That's awesome.
Pithy intro.
Well, Bon Jovi just sent that to me this morning. So, all right, greetings, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Radiogunk. I'm just sorry. I'm just reading Joe from Texas. My first live one. Is anyone topless? Welcome.
I am. Is that okay?
So,
quit tweaking your nipples.
Exactly.
You caught me.
Are you even studying my avatar for today's show?
That is so disturbing. I can't even look at my screen. I fucking can't.
What is it?
Okay, what that is.
You don't want to know what that is.
Some people will understand what it is, but what that is apparently Caitlin and Brent made a sex tape. And
I saw.
Okay.
Oh my
so
God.
this is his belly looking really sad.
Oh,
and
God.
I created some eyes and teeth for
I'm
it.
sorry, that literally will make every woman not want men.
Oh my God.
I just thought it was silly. All right, everybody.
Silly.
Okay, I'm going to change it. It's kind of disgusting. Hold on.
What do you show his socks?
Oh God, those socks are unbelievable.
Let me change to something prettier. All right, so
Oh, beautiful. That's gorgeous.
Oh man, that's
fantastic.
Pansy Canseco.
Canseco.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
Pansy
John
Canseco.
Hine Canseco.
Oh.
Looks too human to be John Hine.
Radio Gaga wants me to put it back. All right, let me put Brent's belly back. Hold on a second. I know it's so silly. Hold on,
I watched 10 seconds of it. I swear to God, I want to wash my eyes out with bleach.
I know. All right, so let me just do an opening so we can actually try and attempt to do a show that's kind of normal. Yes. So joining us for tonight's show is our friend Get Girl from the Radiogunk.com forum, showing us cats right here, and I'm excited to have her. I haven't had you on the air since forever, and I was originally going to do the show just you and I, but it wasn't really fair to the process and to the boys to not have them included in it since, I barely listen to the show, and God knows that Dennis does the Lord's work by listening every morning and figuring it out. So a lot of shit went on this week, and we're going to talk about the New York Post article and the subsequent articles that kind of flowed from that article. Then we're going to dissect his bullshit and his explanation/excuse for why he's taking the summer off. I have been told by some people that SiriusXM does not have a come back to work mandate, and this is why they are selling their homes and taking full advantage of the fact that they can make the salaries that they do in a much cheaper state. So Sirius has told them all that they can actually do the work from home thing as long as it's okay with their boss, and it's okay with their boss.
We're not rooting for them to save money.
Well,
don't misconstrue that. We want them to be broke.
But what happens in a year when they change their mind and they have to go back to the office?
Nothing tickles me more than that, because I have to tell you,
I can't wait till that fucking happens. I
already know. I already know a few millennials who have moved to cheaper locations, and now they're being called back in for at least 3 days a week in New York. And
it's a bitch of a commute.
Well, there certainly is, but they justify it by saying, you know what, it's still cheaper for me to fly in for 3 days than it is to stay in New York.
What happens to that prime real estate that Sirius is paying out the ass for?
That's a good point.
That's a good question.
Real estate.
That's a good question. I do question also what the purge will be after the summer.
Oh, it's going to be bad. Oh, it's going to be bad.
You got to figure Sal and Richard are already gone. Richard's updated his social media presence to reflect 0 about the Stern universe. So
really,
Same thing with Sal. Same thing with Sal.
Yeah.
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 so
yeah, I
okay.
think-
Do we think that they're just on call? Do we think they're just
Probably.
because Richard was on last week, so
I think that
Sal was on twice.
Yeah, I think they're doing
Sure.
they're doing contract. I mean, just
Maybe
like the way
freelance?
Ronnie's going to be a little
Yep.
freelance, but I can't imagine him having a staff more than 5, 10 at the most. Seriously, I mean,
Yep.
at this
we were
rate,
discussing this right? Like,
Yeah,
what are these
absolutely.
guys going to do when they leave this show? Because they are really they work in a contained environment.
Wait a minute. I'm thinking. Hold on. I'm thinking ahead. I'm looking into the future. Yes. Do you want fries with that? Okay. Yeah. I think that's where we are at this point. Yes.
Yeah,
well, some
boat
of them
shows.
may not have to work. Some of them may not have
Who?
to work.
Like
who?
Gary, John
Oh, well,
Hine,
Gary, I guess. Yeah,
Robin, Fred. I mean, none of the top
No. Robin.
people have to work.
Robin's just gonna die. She's just gonna fucking die. She
Oh,
doesn't have
be
any money.
nice. Listen, the truth
No,
is
I can't
that
be nice. I'm
the
sorry.
top
She deserves. She
the
deserves
top-
everything.
okay, the
Mike
top tier
Trainer set for
people will be
life,
fine.
Monique. Don't forget him.
Yeah, the top
Who?
tier of people will be fine.
Mike
What about
Trainer set for
Benji?
life.
Benji?
He just live in a YMCA. He's okay.
Yeah. Okay, Pibble Girl, somebody will explain to you what that is because I actually just discussed it with people.
Blue Marlin says it best over here. Deception is what the Howard Stern show is all about. SiriusXM should have announced his new schedule during the December holiday break, and they're still playing, coy and the deception, the espionage and non-transparency of this show. He waits till now to spring this. It's very similar to how the Thursdays off in 2006. It is all about deception. It's so true.
All right, Get Girl, you
some
need to
Fridays
see somebody's new name. I'm assuming they made
Oh
this
my
just for you.
God.
Hoping for Get Girl 69 OnlyFans account, please. All right, Gary Puppet, thank you for sharing that.
Oh, Gary. Hi, Gary. At least I know I'd have one subscriber, and
Exactly.
let's go to Caitlin for tips.
You'll be running ahead of Caitlin.
Only if Gary wears those weed socks and participates. Okay?
So, Xavier had a really good thought about this entire, stay go thing. And basically what he said, it's kind of like a government contract. So Howard gets, and it's not 100 million. We all know that that's bullshit, but let's just go with it because it's a round number and I can't count. So if he does get $100 million, his thinking is if he doesn't use it on his production, he loses it. Kind of like, that's why they buy fucking widgets and, toilets every 2 years, because if they don't use it, they lose it. And so his thinking is that he's just going to, kind of drag these guys along for as long as he possibly can. And then at the end of it, they'll be struggling for work.
I think the opposite, because the way 112 works is 112 gets the money. They just get the money. I mean, Sirius doesn't ask for the money back after they pay it to 112. So he can spend it on these flunkies or give it to himself.
No. Most of those people are serious.
Oh, they're serious employees.
Employees.
That's
They're
right.
not 112. So
I understand that, but so that doesn't matter to him.
You're only
Marcy
talking
is.
like Marcy Turk
Marcy's
and a
112.
couple of.
Yeah, Marcy's 112, but I'm talking about,
okay, we're talking 3 people out of 70. Let's be honest. This is not.
Yeah, exactly.
What
That's not
happens
the
to
norm.
Marcy? Does Marcy stay around?
She helps
question.
clean out his
Marcy
email.
will go on for her 9th job. I mean, that's what Marcy's going to do.
No. Marcy's
and
going to be
spell
with
everything
him.
on her resume.
I think Marcy's going to be stuck with him till the bitter end. I mean, beyond
She's
this.
an essential
Doing
employee.
what? Doing
God only
what?
knows
You guys,
she's a shyster. She's
her
just
whole
like him.
job.
She
her whole job is
keeps
to manage
everybody-
people. Right. So if there's no
she
people, who
keeps
the fuck is she
everybody away
managing?
from him.
You
She
guys.
keeps everybody scared.
You
She's the shisher.
guys. You guys. If he has no people, who the fuck is she managing?
She can manage his brand. Seriously, you gotta
But that's
remember.
what a con artist.
she's
That's
a
what a con
conniving-
artist does, Monique. How did she get her there in the first
exactly.
place? She's convinced him he needs her. So
Yes,
she's
she's a
going
buffer.
This is right.
But she was needed. She was needed for a bunch of fat, disgusting, slovenly, dressed like monster animals that he had working for him, and he doesn't have the balls to say or do anything to them. That's period.
exactly
I mean,
right.
It's like when anybody who has worked in the corporate world has somebody who comes in to count the numbers, check on what's going on, new in management. You know that fucking heads are going to roll. You just know. And so she was brought in so that he didn't have to do the dirty work. That's her job.
How stupid do you have to be? How stupid are all of us? That anybody that buys into the fact that it's not all coming. It's just like Trump and the stuff you hear today with his organization and Weisselberger. You know it's coming from him. How stupid do you have to be that she's the go-between? He's been doing this for years, from Chiusano to Sabian. Here's
the funny thing. When I talk about Trump, the funny thing about Trump is that he has less employees than Howard does.
No,
like seriously,
that's so disturbing to really think about that.
If you ever go to the Trump office, I know somebody who knows him really, really well. Well,
you're right. I mean,
probably has more money. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on. And when you go to his office, if there's 25 people, it's a lot. Most of it is like his kids, some family members, some assistants, and people that manage his finances and such. But that's it. I mean, it's a very, very small organization. Yep. Taking up maybe a fraction of a floor. Yeah.
It is so truly amazing that Howard actually has just bullshitted Sirius for, I mean, think about how long this is now. This is 15 years that he's bullshitted them this long, that he needs this many people. And then finally, I think a light bulb is going to go off on the worst run company in the universe. And that maybe we don't need to pay all these people. I mean, honest to God, there's going to be a culling and a bad one. I mean, there's no way.
We'll see.
No callings. Look what happened when he signed his contract. They let all those people go, and what's happening now? Now they have this huge hole in this over the summer with they can't fill with personality because they let him go. So I really think that he's the downfall of Sirius at this point, and I think he's making them look foolish as fuck, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. Okay, so Melvin just wrote something interesting. I think that Wednesday's show was the last show. No fanfare, nothing. Wig knows that the jig is up and he has no impact, so he left. He'll then blame his parents dying or COVID, Delta, or something so that he doesn't come back. Maybe there is an exit clause in the contract. Maybe Wig wants to punish SiriusXM with a never-ending lawsuit. Stern said he'd be back, so I assume he's lying. I think he will be back. I think that nothing detracts him from money, period.
No.
And if there's money to be left on the table, he's taking it.
The only thing that would happen is that Sirius firing him and just having to pay him out, because that is honestly, I think his wet dream. That's his wet dream. That's his wet dream, to get fired and fucking sit at home and collect a check.
Yeah, but you know what? If they're good cunts, they won't fire him. They will make him. I think he's going to put them in a position.
They're going to put him in a.
Do? What's he going to do? He is contractually obligated.
I understand
that, all this is coming.
One at a time, guys. Let's do it one at a time. Go get.
Thank you. I was going to say, I really hope they force him to sit in his basement for the next, fucking 5 years and make him put on his podcast regardless. Like, I want them to make him work every single hour.
Absolutely.
Because he doesn't want to do it. So like, let's make him suffer the way he's made us suffer the past.
That's exactly right. And you know what? Since he's not beholden to any ratings, any reviews, anything, he doesn't give a shit. It's listen, we were talking about it this morning. Basically, what we're talking about for his summer vacation is the fact that he doesn't have to roll his skinny fucking ass down a flight of stairs to go into a room for 3 hours. Period. This is almost akin to having to go to the downstairs fucking bathroom. Like that's all he doesn't have to do for the next 2 months. So it's not like it's heavy lifting anyway. When you have 70 people and most of what you're doing is pre-recorded material, this is the easiest gig anybody could dream of. How could it possibly be something that he would give up? It's just not.
What does he need to break for?
For years, I've been saying that. Why would you retire? Retire from what? The show is anything he wants it to be. He has no accountability. He doesn't have any. There's no control. There's no ratings. Why would you retire from what? Why would you leave this? It doesn't get any easier.
Go ahead.
Go, babe.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it used to be like his legacy was so important to him, right? Like, at least he would have. That's so shredded.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing is, but the problem that really lies here is that it's the easiest gig, whatever. But he even makes the easiest gig even even more pathetically easy by not putting an ounce of work into it. And at what point, see, as a corporation, at what point does Sirius just go, we're paying money to this guy. There's 1,000 listeners. We really, this is a complete waste of time, even giving him any budget, paying for equipment, it's a waste of our money and time, and eventually it's just like, this is just not worth the fucking hassle. It's just not worth the time. And we can actually put that money into talent that will actually drive people to Sirius and keep them here. Because at the end of the day, it's about churn, and their churn is very negative, and they are in a deep fucking hole. They owe $9 billion. They owe $9 billion.
Well, as we'll hear,
billion.
Okay, as we'll hear in some of the recordings that we have for tonight, you'll see that he is delusional. They keep him sheltered.
Oh, I know that.
As I called him on Twitter, Mr. Veal McThinskin. He has no accountability to anyone, and he is only fed what people choose to feed him. Right. So as far as he's concerned, it's the best fucking show ever. And I was talking to an ex-employee the other day, and he said to me, you would think that at this point in Howard's career, he would be able to, at very least, if he's going to leave for 2 fucking months, say to us, Dave Chappelle is going to be, guest hosting the show for a week, or, somebody that Alec Baldwin, whoever the fuck it is.
Right.
But he's so scared that they'll do better than him that he would never, ever, ever give that up. Instead, he's going to give us some shit.
We allowed to guess who sources?
Nah, he's never a source. He's never been a source. Silly girl.
Source of aggravation.
Source of agony, exactly. Azor75 says, we assume he gets paid if fired. His numbers were so bad the last 10 years. Sirius probably has some leverage in this contract and could have changed that. He has nowhere else to go, and they know it. And yes, that is true.
But he doesn't act like a guy that has that in his contract, because if he was a guy that had that in his contract, he'd actually be doing a little bit better job than he's doing right now. Because if he could get fired without cause, he would actually fucking put. He would actually, Jesus Christ, he'd actually put a fucking bit of effort into his work. He's putting zero effort in.
He set up a system where he doesn't have to have any performance clause or anything. He's insulated from So he's insulated from, and he's surrounded himself with the biggest, now even the suckiest of the suck ups. Now he really thinks he's doing a good job. He's that delusional.
All right, let's talk about this. That friend of the court just put up here. He didn't even want to announce the summer break, was probably forced to. A few weeks ago, he lied and said Sirius would only let him take 2 weeks off at a time.
Correct.
Is that the case?
What was that about? Yes, as a matter of I heard that.
You know why? So this whole thing about announcing was because of the Post article. He knew it was coming out. That's why he announced he was taking the 2 months off. Because
lie about the 2 weeks prior to
because
that.
He opens his mouth and he lies. That is literally second nature to him. There is no other way around it. He just lies.
Was he hoping to put some sort of shit on 100 all the recordings and?
Do you know what he does? I don't know if you've ever caught this, cat girl, where if he's not there and he doesn't announce he's not going to be there, they actually do a regular opening to a show. Like literally at 7 o'clock, they do a regular opening to a show. That it
the Rob Zombie
show is live.
thing.
Right. Everything's the same. So he was thinking in his little mind at 79 IQ that if he just doesn't say anything and people won't notice that he's not been there for over a month. I mean, that's what he's thinking in that little brain of his. He thinks that he can just go and fucking just, pull one over everybody's eyes. But he didn't realize that people were watching him.
He really hates his fans so much, and he has no respect. We're not.
Let me ask you guys this: what does he do? How does this go? Like a Marvel what if? What does he do if CBS retains the rights to and he can't use his old footage on this? What does he do?
What do you mean? Use what old footage?
He sues. What do you think he's going to do? That's what he always does.
Wait.
CBS
What are we talking
retains the tapes. CBS retains the tapes. He can't use his old material for this. So he has to fill these channels. What do you mean so? He has to fill these channels up with live
talking about after the next 4 years?
No, if he didn't get it, if he didn't get his tapes back originally. Now, just in general, when he goes, he's on vacation now, 265 days. How does he fill that time? He has to fill the channels with something.
He fills it.
He can't use his old CBS material.
So what? He just fills it with leftover shit like he does now from Sirius. He doesn't care about his old stuff anymore. He really doesn't. He's doing an entire fucking show just dedicated to his scary good interviews. He doesn't care anymore. He has won. They have already paid him for the next 5 years, right? Of that stuff. He doesn't give a shit. He'll play just stuff from Sirius. That's all. Who else cares? Let me read the article. I want to read the New York Post article, and then we'll talk about it. What?
Tiger Lily. The toenails and the armpits.
I was thinking about that toenail shit today. Like, it was such a disturbing visual. Like, to see his long, like Mr. Burns with like that, Holly fucking hairdo, Holly Hobby hairdo. It's really, it's not a pretty image.
What is this
all.
that Vaporizer is talking about here? Did you see the Chris Rock clip that was posted to Reddit yesterday where Rock 112% called his ass out about history of Howard Stern sucking balls?
Yeah,
what is that about?
Heard that. Chris Rock was on with David Spade, and he came on, and Rock is great because he'll call Howard out on his shit. He said he's been on vacation so long. I think Rock just got divorced, and he heard nothing but history of Howard Stern, and he said how horrible it was. Where's the live programming? He didn't say where's your fill-in host, but he just called him out on this. He's like the only one to really do it emphatically.
Interesting.
It's an
All right,
clip from.
I'm gonna read the Post article, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Okay. Shock Howard. Shock Howard Stern enrages fans by announcing he's now taking entire summer off after signing $500 million bullshit Sirius XM contract. Okay. Howard Stern announced in a recent episode of his show he is taking the summer off, and Sirius XM will play reruns of his show for 2 months. It seems to be part of the contract he negotiated with radio streaming service in December. Longtime fans, though, took to social media by the way, this is the laziest article ever written, because they basically just went to Reddit, clipped some stuff, and called it a day. Took to social media to express their frustration with Stern's decision, with one writing on Reddit he would cancel his subscription. I do want to go back to that as well, because when I posted the New York Post article, it was a rousing discussion amongst people, like 47, 50, 60 people saying, fuck it, I'm canceling, I'm done. Others claim Stern already takes a lot of vacation time throughout the year, makes $17 million for his show. Stern, 67, typically spends his summers in the Hamptons with his wife, Beth. All right, let's move on. Shock jock Howard Stern managed to shock his loyal fan base this week when he announced blah, 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 blah. Soon after, his fans took to social media, yada, yada. Shock jock enraged his fans, blah, blah, blah. At first, he tried to claim that they always do this during the summer, then pivoted and said summer off was part of the new deal he made, asking why Stern couldn't just take 2 weeks off for vacation rather than the whole summer. Somebody else said, no, that would be too fair to his customers. Somebody else said, I pay $20 a month for Sirius XM, and I'm not paying $40 for reruns. All Stern fans should do this. Okay, so when you think about that for just a quick second, $20 a month, which, by the way, is ridiculous. Anybody still paying that much? You're out of your fucking mind, because they will beg you to come back for like $60 a year. And for $20 a month, you could basically get like HBO Max or Disney Plus and a music streaming service of your choosing. And I think that people forget, and Howard certainly, the ARP member, forgets that Sirius really is a dying venue. It really is who gives a fuck if you can listen to 80s music on one of their channels when you can basically run your own programming.
I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you an example how fucking overpriced Sirius is. I have YouTube Music for family. I have 5 accounts. That cost me, with tax, $14 a month. Yes. 5 accounts. And I don't ever hear a commercial anywhere on that.
And you program your own music.
No Tom Morello giving me his fucking retarded take on fucking music that I could give 2 fucks about.
You don't want to hear Danny Trejo telling you about his favorite moments on the Stern Show?
I like the guy. I don't give a shit about his favorite moments anywhere. I hate Madison with a passion. That bitch just needs to die.
Oh my God, you're so mean tonight, Dennis.
I know. I'm in a really
really shot out of
I'm in a cat girl mood.
Salty. I might have to mute you at some point. Jesus fuck. What's going on?
Hey, come on,
with you?
I'm speaking my mind. But honestly, this is why this whole thing with all their overhead, all their crazy overhead and everything, it's a Ponzi scheme to eventually they run out of subscribers, they run out of new cars, and then they just can't pay the debt, and then it's over. I mean, that's literally what this is.
It's going to be everything must go sale. They'll go bankrupt. All that stuff will be sold off. And
oh my God, they're still trying to pawn off
satellite
stilettos to me every friggin' day. You know, the reality is, I was in a friend's Tesla not too long ago, and you know, because it's a self-driving car and because most electric cars are going to be like self-driving, the screens in them are tremendous. It's like a giant iPad Pro. You can watch movies, you can play games. You know, there's a whole new realm of what's going on out there.
yes.
And you don't have to have Sirius anymore. And if I want any apps, I just download them myself. So nothing's going to come in cars, and they must be shitting their fucking pants about the coming onslaught of electric cars, because nobody needs to have this. It's like
any car.
I always say, it's like McCaffrey virus that used to come with your computer.
McCaffrey.
It's like nobody McAfee. Nobody needs it.
Macintosh.
Nobody cared about it.
I mean, look at it. Look at any regular car. Any regular car. Like I have an Android phone. All right, you plug in, you have Android Auto. Boom. There's my YouTube music immediately on there. I don't have to look for stations. My playlist is on there. I'm all ready to rock and roll, and I can drive cross country.
No, the most important thing about the self-driving car is that we can all snort major rails while we're driving now, and no one's
absolutely
know.
That's
Adderall. In the back seat while we're going down the highway.
Adderall.
Your car can become like your own little party palace.
Oh, like it isn't already. All right, let me finish the article. One person took to Reddit following the announcement to demand Howard Stern fans cancel their SiriusXM subscriptions in protest. Others also expressed their frustration with the announcement. Okay, so basically it goes on and on like that. And this was pretty much the talking point for everybody online. Everybody. And I think that, you know, somebody had said to me online, you know, maybe he's thinking it's like absence makes the heart grow fonder, and then you'll realize how much you miss him because he's not going to be on for the next 2 months. And I was like, it's kind of more like out of sight, out of mind. Like I don't care.
It's our Bobo free summer. It's like our Howard free summer. Bobo.
It is our Howard free summer.
I literally, I actually went to my wife. You know what? I think I may just forget to turn on that station in September. I may not remember to do it. Somebody's got to poke me with a stick, because I may just forget like.
As
like a week in the morning.
I believe that Eddie G had to start a thread instead of you the other day,
because the fucker has taken this week off for the last fucking 10 years. He's taken this week off. So I'm like, I didn't even give a shit. I literally was like, oh fuck, oh well. It's like, and nobody missed anything. Literally, you missed nothing.
The worst part about it is Howard takes this as a huge compliment. He does. He thinks, "Oh my God, look at the riff I caused. They missed me so much. You know, they didn't care."
I'm still relevant. I'm still relevant.
I'm still relevant. He really takes, and I just look at it as consumer advocacy. I just look at it like the scumbag getting away with something. It's just more hate of what he's fucking the fan. And why you would just need this show to entertain you, and you can't find anything else podcast wise, or even if you're a sports fan on Sirius, they have. I will say they have excellent sports programs. You cannot complain. They have a basketball channel, a football channel, a baseball channel, a golf channel. So they've got that right. There are political channels on there. If this show is your sole form of entertainment, I really feel sorry for you.
Seriously. All right, Bon Jovial, who is not with us tonight.
Okay, Marianne from
Melbourne. I will dox Dennis, call his house, ask his wife to put him on, turn the radio on and listen, and create a mockery strategy styles. All right, so let's listen to a little bit of how he opened the show. Now, I did have these. So here's what's going on, guys. So I'm trying to get this YouTube channel in a position where I can finally monetize it for us and, you know, defray a lot of the cost that it costs us to run the forum. And
are you giving us that money? Ellen, you say like a lot of money.
It's for Taco Tuesday.
It's for Taco Tuesday.
That's awesome.
And
I'm in.
And so in order to do that, I'm trying really hard to not have anything that would affect our ability to monetize. So Bon Jovial had sent me a bunch of clips, and we had Xavier turned them into incredibly strange sounding, even deeper voiced, modulated things. And then of course John sends me 15 more that are not. So we're gonna have to like judiciously go through and figure out what we can listen to and what we won't. Okay, so I am gonna start with how he opened the. What'd you say?
Look at that black and white thing. No, higher.
The black and white. Oh, the black and white thing that you're running on the screen is going to give me nightmares. Hey, speak to Marianne about that. He made it. All right, so I do want to start with See You Summer. So we're going to start with this. This one is modulated. It just sounds really, really weird, but you'll get the thread of it. Oh wait, Johnny, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi.
I forgot to introduce Gekirl with the music that you made for her, but I see that she's muted her mic, so I don't know where she is right now. So we're gonna wait on that, okay? Because
now she's gone. Did she drop out?
Oh, that bastard!
She muted herself or dropped out?
No, she dropped out. She's gone.
She's gone.
She's gone. Every day is our first day. All right, here we go.
Ogni volta,
yeah.
La prima volta.
Okay, so we're going to start with his justification for why.
Hi.
Dyke break. She calls it a dyke break.
Going.
It seems to me.
Okay.
Dorian
that is not okay. Hold on. Come on. Let's pay attention. If you're pay attention to what?
Hey,
aren't you listening to? Don't you hear it on the other side?
What? Hear what?
Hear what? It would help. It would help.
Hear your clicking.
It would help if I added it to the stream. All right, here we go.
Ogni volta, la prima volta.
Okay, I'm going to mute all of you if you don't stop right now. Here we go.
Did anybody even notice I was gone?
Yes, we just said that.
Okay, thank you.
John had prepared an opening for you, but I decided to go bypass that and go directly into the clips. So here we go. This is very funny, and I couldn't believe that nobody giggled at it. What?
You could play it at the end if you want.
I will, because I'm already queued up for
you. Gonna play us out.
Weird timing of it.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Shh.
A Radiogunk exclusive in the year 2000.
Very exciting. A quick show note. We will, of course, this is the last week before our usual summer break. This is the last week of shows before our usual summer break. See you in September, Robin.
So here he is starting off with our usual summer break. So how many? Yeah, I know, Dennis, you did the count. What is his normal break time?
He takes 2 weeks now. He takes a week at the end of July, 10 days at the end of July into August, and then 2 weeks around Labor Day. That was his normal pattern for since 2006.
So basically he is taking those 12 shows, right, which would be a month's worth of programming,
correct,
and taking that as his additional off time, right? Because he already took over a month, you're saying, if I'm correct.
Right. So he took over a month, and he's just taking basically another month of whatever the shows that he was going to do over the summer. Correct.
Well, we predicted this when he announced the new contract. We didn't, without him saying so.
I predicted.
No, we did.
I said he's going to take the summer off.
We all got together and said, "What is he going to do? What is there any doubt he's just going to roll through the whole summer with nothing?" All it is 12 days, right? It was a perfect round. It was so predictable. Who didn't see this coming?
I guess I'll wait till later because he actually lies about the number of shows, which is actually kind of funny.
Well, you were mentioning that it was 80 shows, but I think it is
82.
actually 100.
No, it's
Okay.
82 shows because he told how many shows he was going to do over 5 years, and it ain't 500 shows. It's
Well,
not. It's
maybe he's
400.
going to just take. Maybe it's a sliding scale. Maybe he's just going to take more days as
I don't
the
think so.
contract
He's not
ends.
smart enough. He's not smart enough for that. So
Yeah, I
the
know,
way
but
I
Don
figure
is.
it out, the way I figure it out at this point is that he's going to take the summer off, do the normal September, October, November, do 1 week in December, and have a month off in December till January. 1 month, and that'll be his winter break. Just like like you're in, like you're in
he's
grammar
gonna take
school.
all of December. Yeah, I could see
Most
that.
of December. Yeah, most of
all
December he's going to be off. Yeah, into January.
Again,
that's
I'm
the way
not
it's gonna
sure if you
work.
were here for when I was talking about how I'm trying to. Oh, you are. What I'm trying to monetize the station. So we did do a little bit of modulation in his opening foray here. But obviously, I have other clips that I'm going to be playing that are not like this. So I'm just gonna. So too bad, everybody. You're just gonna have to fucking deal with it. Okay. Here we go.
Xavier took the clip I sent you and turned it into that with the Conan O'Brien intro in the beginning.
Yes.
No, he did not do anything with anything that you sent me because, he did these based on the Bon Jovi clips that were sent. All right, here we go.
My goodness, what? Yes, that's right.
By the way, he would kill to be this modulated, just so you know.
Oh my God, it's like
he would kill to sound like literally Reacher's balls are almost hanging down to the ground right now, and that's what this sounds like. This sounds like
sounds more realistic in his own voice.
Yeah, right.
That's a scheduling note. I must tell.
The testosterone.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, think about all the special effects he has on that voice, and he still can't get it that deep. All the special effects he has on. I mean, Jesus, you could hear the bass that they put on there. If you put headphones on, the bass that he puts in that voice, trying to make it sound like he has a set of balls. It's actually kind of sad. Kermit.
I'm gonna see if I can do this one instead. Hold on, okay, just stay with me. I'm not really digging my modulation.
Classic Sizzle Chest 69.
I was just listening to the original test shows from January of 2006.
Here.
He spent...
Go.
No, go. Finish.
Go, Johnny.
I thought you wanted us to fill the time because you were looking for...
No, I'm here.
It's because we're here and we're ready to entertain. We're ready to have our little radio family together. Very exciting. A quick show note. We will, of course, this is the last week before our usual summer break. This is the last week of shows before our usual summer break. See you in September, Robin.
Oh, my goodness. What?
Yes, that's right. That's a...
Is she saying what as if she doesn't fucking know that they're off for the next 2 months?
She always does.
I've seen acting on the Fresh Prince. Her Fresh Prince performance is more convincing.
I don't know. I think honestly, she really doesn't know. I think she's so out of it at this point.
I am off. What?
What? We're off? What?
Here we go.
Scheduling note. I must tell you with peace and love.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, I'm so tired.
I'm sure there's going to be some conversation about that if you take phone calls.
People do not like when we take time off, I know, but, listen, I'm not getting any younger, but in order to keep the quality of the show and proper modulation, but we think we have some excellent programming available this summer that you guys will love because of our 10 billion hours of archives and the way we're cutting them up.
Because you have 70 fucking people who do nothing all day except think of things that will please the boss who doesn't play any of them. So you basically have people, I don't know, it's so fucking weird to me. I can't even process having that many people. All of his free time is free time.
Right. Yeah. That's every single person there. So he doesn't have to lift a goddamn rigor mortis finger. Until he just turns the mic on.
Can you tell me what 70 people are doing for 2 months? Like, seriously? I can't even fill that much free time at a job if I tried.
I mean, are they going to be like, actually being janitors at Sirius at that time? Because they are not qualified.
Why not, Dennis?
They're not qualified for anything else. I mean, they're not qualified to work on a radio show.
I can't see them.
Grab a broom.
Guys, one at a time, please. I'm begging you. One at a time. Pause. Let somebody else speak. It's too much. Okay, go get, please.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I was just going to say that I don't think that the rest of the Howard crew will be working this summer. I think that they will be, maybe one or two of them will be working. I think the rest of them are kind of, I don't
paid
see
leave
how.
or no? Paid leave or no?
I'm going to say no. Why would Howard pay anybody anything?
Yeah.
Here's the thing: at a corporation like Sirius, and you don't have work. Like if say they're contract labor for Sirius, they're not going to pay them. I mean, it's just 100%. That's just what's going to happen, because if they truly are not employees, then there's no work for them. They don't pay them. It's going to be very interesting. We'll see who's not back in September. I mean, literally, we are going to do.
We won't even know. We won't even know.
But we're going to do the LinkedIn. We'll do the LinkedIn. We'll do when we do the LinkedIn show, because I'm starting to poke around in there. It's very interesting.
I just reached out to Mehmet again. I've had a couple conversations with him on LinkedIn, and I was like, "Look, Mehmet, I did this just the other day. I'm like, look, Mehmet, I know we all know what's going on there behind the scenes, and I can probably put you in touch with a couple of writers if you're looking to get out of there."
Did you really?
I did, and I told you before, like Marcy. I think Mehmet's adorable. He's such a lesbian, but
absolutely,
Marcy.
Cat
years
girl,
ago,
lesbian with a heart of gold.
Him and Harry Styles. But I also reached out to Marcy years ago, and I said to her, "Look, I don't want to connect with you, but I want you to know that I think you're a horrible human being, and you've destroyed what a lot of people loved, and you can go fuck yourself." So for like a year afterwards, I would see like, "Please, hey, you're being noticed." So I would look at my profile, and there was Marcy Turk's fucking face staring back at me.
Really?
Like, yeah. So she just kept hitting my profile every couple of weeks. It's like, that's right, Marcy.
Maybe she wanted to sign you up to help clean out your inbox.
Exactly.
She's really good at that.
You could use the help. All right, here we go. I'm going to continue on. Oh, why are you not playing? See, I'm having issues with this play. Oh God, I suck. I suck at this game. I really do. I know. I don't even know what to say. I suck at this. I'm trying to do things differently. I'm always trying to fucking do things differently, and it just never fucking works.
Do it works.
Yeah, look, there was a problem playing this audio file. Do you want to download it, connect it to Cloud Convert, connect more apps, blah, 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 blah. So let me get out of this.
Live.
Shush. We're gonna
I liked my idea. We just had the thing and we just read it, do a live read of it. Do transcripts.
If I had the transcripts, I would have done it. I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, I don't know what I can do. I've already given up on this fucking show.
You've given up. Come on, you're giving up too easy.
I know.
You're giving it way too easy.
I know. I'm getting a little cranky now because I'm frustrated.
Maybe you should eat a real meal. You know, if you eat a real meal.
I know.
Kylo Sierra Alpha writes, "Gat Girl's now in the David Allen cult after exchange."
You know what? It's so weird.
That's what she's leaving out.
I just start deleting emails, and like unsubscribing from shit. My life is so different now.
All right, I'm playing it. I'm going through it. It's already here, so let's just let it go, okay? Can you hear this?
Yes.
No.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it does sound good.
Wait, you can't hear it?
Wait, it's awesome.
No, we can hear it. I can hear it.
Oh.
I
No, we can't hear it.
Don't fuck with her. Don't fuck with her like that. She's already having a bad enough day. She needs a Snickers. As Sizzle Chest.
Wait, you can't hear this?
No, it can't hear a goddamn thing. No.
Oh, you goddamn you. I hate all of you. I just want you to know that. I really do. I'm hating everything about life right now.
Sizzle Chest 69. It's modulated so high only dogs can hear it.
Exactly. Reach is scratching his balls right now.
Wow, that's pretty funny.
Crazy. All right, here we go.
I'm scratching at the door.
I must tell you with peace and love
Can you hear it?
I'm sure there's going to
Yes,
be
yes.
some conversation about that if you take phone calls.
People do not like when we take time off. I know, but listen, I'm not getting any younger. But in order to keep the quality of the show and proper modulation, but we think we have some excellent programming available this summer that you got.
By the way, if you want to comment on this, just let me know. But I don't think I can pause for that long.
How do we
That's
we
like
can't
the
raise our
issue is.
hands.
No, you cannot raise your hands.
Guys
Will
will
I just clear my throat?
because of our 10 billion hours of archives and the way we're cutting them up. We think we've got some good programming. Robin and I will regenerate. We will recharge. We already have some big shows planned for you in September. But anyway,
Sure.
that is a scheduling note. When we
October
renew
is right
various-
after
Tell
September.
us what
Yes,
some
of
these
course.
shows are. That
let's
people
just
will
say-
get to- what?
There'll be a couple of major concerts when we come back. When I say
Yeah,
in the
let's
morning
listen
with
to
us,
his
and
great
a
programming.
couple of major guests.
Yeah.
Also, a couple of
I'll
well,
lower it a
you'll
little so
see.
we can talk
You'll
about
have to tune in. You'll have to tune in. But let's just put it that way.
Oh, he's so exciting! This is such exciting
And then,
But
information.
How am I going to get used to days without that? Yeah, all summer.
Thanks, John.
so hold.
Anyway,
hold on.
I wish that was me.
yes, part of
What, Den?
So he literally coming back. I have some serious contracted concerts. I have some serious contracted guests, and I really don't have anything else after that.
No,
That's
pretty
literally
much it.
his entire tease.
2
His
months
entire
of
tease.
programming.
Force read.
No, he does. He
sounds
does
so
some more.
labored.
Doesn't he do some more tease about like the big dick energy and all that shit? Is that on this clip?
Probably. I
let's see.
the
started
new
zoning him in
schedule
now.
with our contract.
Let's
was
listen to what's going on. Yeah,
take a break in the summer,
that's our
and
contract.
so we'll be doing that.
Right.
And I will jerk off and
Right.
drive that crazy. And that will be my goal. What else did I want to
He's
tell
a jerk
you?
off.
Oh,
He's so edgy.
yes. This is
Such enthusiasm in his voice, huh?
Did we?
tell you some of the things that you're going to hear over the summer. I want to say that. Of course, we're going to start the weekend with the Bowie 100, which we always do. It's
Always.
all been updated,
Oh,
all Baba
Christ.
Bowie songs all the time. It's going to kick off your
Wow.
summer.
That's amazing.
I
That's
hate
gonna
that.
kick off my summer.
Howard 101
Oh, I hate
will
that.
play close to 200 interviews,
200
conversations.
interviews.
Howard
Oh,
101
wow.
is the party channel where
Party
it's everything
channel.
else that we do.
Everything we do. What do you do?
John, Gary, and Rasan will host 2 shows
Rasan
every
doesn't
day.
listen to the show.
pre-interview
Oh,
show.
no.
There's a summer school show. A couple of programming notes. Friday, July 9th, Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day will be giving us a concert from the Whiskey in L.A. right before COVID.
Why would they
Postponed.
do that?
Why?
Why would
Why?
they do that?
What do they have to
Because
gain from it?
contract,
Why?
contractually
But did he say
obligated.
pre-COVID? Did he say
Yeah,
pre-COVID
it's
though?
taped from It's taped from like 2 years ago, and
Right,
they're just going to
so-
replay it.
Cutting
It's
edge.
contracted. It was a contracted concert for Sirius that they did at the Whiskey 2 years ago.
Okay.
They're planning
Wow,
to
great
tour.
concert. Great concert.
And so we have a whole bunch of things happening. You want more?
Oh.
Yeah, more.
Yeah.
more.
sure.
Please.
Friday,
I'm on the
July
edge of my
16th,
seat.
Danny Trejo is
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Look at
How,
stuff.
There you
how
go.
is he involved in? What a weird fucking guy! How is he involved in this?
I just want you to
How?
know that the tape stopped. Just so you know, the fucking tape stopped.
The tape stopped.
The tape stopped.
The tape.
The tape stopped.
The tape stopped.
You had me at Danny Trio.
Tape. The fucking tape.
Fucking tape stopped.
Don't you just stop using the tape?
The fucking tape stopped. The fucking tape stopped. You guys, I am apologizing in advance for this fucking show. It is probably going to be the most shittiest of shit shows.
No.
Thanks.
I have
Thank you for having me on the show.
We're here and we're ready to
Congratulations.
entertain. We're ready to
Thank
have
you.
our
Here we go.
programming notes. Friday,
Here we go.
July
Here we
9th, Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day will be giving us a concert from the
I
Whiskey
can't
in
pause
LA
anymore.
right
I'm
before
just going to
COVID.
lower it and we'll talk about
Postponed
it.
their
That's all.
plan to tour. And so we have a whole bunch of things happening. You want more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Friday,
Yeah.
July 16th, Danny Trejo is taking over. He's one of our favorite guests. I
Oh
love
my
Danny
God.
Doing
Trejo.
what?
Yes.
He's been on
Brandy
the show
Carlisle,
twice,
Friday,
maybe?
July
Once,
23rd.
twice.
He's going to record a special
Once.
concert just for us.
Danny Trejo's
geez,
doing a concert?
Friday, July 30th, we'll debut a new show, Gay, Straight, and Who Knows. Ronnie Ralph and Chris Wilding will answer sex questions.
Right.
So get those
really
ready. It's going to be a very big show.
John, get ready to call in.
Ice-T is going to be doing a best of show, some of his favorite shows.
Ice-T, because he's a long time listener.
Cheap Trick has given us their 2018 concert from the Tavern Club in Liverpool featuring Beatles songs, and they do them so well.
Beatles
also,
songs.
Friday, August 20th, Dana Carvey's going to take over and bring you some favorite moments from the show.
Twice. Because he's a big
Friday,
star.
August 27th, a big special with Medicated Pete called The Big Dick Energy with Medicated Pete. Everyone knows about Pete's the big penis. This will be a
penis.
Yeah.
The whole world knows about that.
Friday, September 3rd, Metallica. Will be featured.
What did they do?
Their 1992 Cincinnati concert from the Black Album
1992.
And then, of course, on Labor Day weekend, right before the end of the break, Phony Phonathon is going to happen again. Where you will
tell me if there's anything that he just mentioned that is relevant in 2021.
No,
everybody Danny Trejo has a fucking taco stand in LA and hasn't been in anything since fucking Machete. He does, but he does.
You can only say that because you're half Puerto Rican.
But he does. I'm not lying.
Hey,
he owns 8 restaurants. He literally owns 8 fucking restaurants.
But why the fuck's he on the Stern show?
Well,
why is
I'm
he on
trying
the Stern
to figure out who cares about any of these people. Like,
it's the strangest. It is Cheap Trick. It's the strangest array of names. Dana
Where's Michael Rappaport?
Exactly.
Twice.
At least he'd be entertaining. Like seriously,
I know, but
none of these people are of any note whatsoever.
I mean, honest to God, it may be it's like the who cares. It's the who's cares channel. It's not even who gives a shit. It's who cares. I mean, there is zero content to make you go, well, let me stop here and listen. No, no, definitely no.
But what would make you listen? Give me an idea of somebody he could have on that you would say, oh, you know what? I'll listen in that day. Anybody?
Donald Trump. Donald Trump.
Yeah.
At least he'd be interesting.
It would be interesting.
Dice would actually be interesting. He's at least interesting. He's insane.
Yes.
Who else?
I can't believe you guys can't mention a single human being that would be of interest to you.
Sour Shoes. Fucking Sour Shoes. Just
a
doing
Sour Shoes show.
A Sour Shoes show. Fucking that would be hilarious.
Brent
Hatley.
I would listen seriously. I really think that I would love for him, and he'll never do it, right? But to just bring back, Artie Lang. Like I would love to fucking know. Yeah, like why not? And here's another thing. I think there's a real blown opportunity out there for these guys. They're sort of out there doing a little podcast. They need to get together. And they need, like, if I would listen to, shit that, like, Mike Morales would talk about because he's so angry. I mean, maybe for a day. But I think that they're missing an opportunity to really trash these people. And like, I would pay good money.
But they're going to do it. That's never going to happen.
Yeah,
Melvin
it's never going to happen.
Clicks it. It just shows the sadness of Wig. He could have had guest host on like Johnny Carson did, Rush Limbaugh did, etc. There's no reason that he couldn't have let Fla, Jack and Rod, Spade, or Sour, or anyone rotate through the chair and guest host. Instead, his ego makes him play 1992 Metallica.
You know what?
We started the show, we've been saying that the rotating guest, he's too threatened by everybody. So you would think if he did like a different host every day, you wouldn't be, the guy's only going to be there once. But he is so threatened because he knows everybody that will do it will be more interesting, more passionate, will do a better job.
Well, but here's the question I have. So like a Johnny Carson, when he used to have guest hosts in, would Ed McMahon still be there?
No, Ed McMahon was not there.
Okay.
Yeah, Ed would take vacations with Johnny. Like,
okay. Here's it. Right. So we're talking about a show that doesn't have, let's say, Howard, Robin, and Fred. Right. So it would be whoever this person is. And I'm just racking my brain right now trying to figure out somebody. But let's go with Michael Rappaport.
Emily
for argument's sake. It's not going to happen. Let's go with Michael Rappaport. And, somebody who would be amusing, who would beat the shit out of Bowie on air, who, would take it to John Hine, knows all the players in the back. Yeah. They could have Sal do drops. If we all recall, Fred one time wasn't there and Sal did all the fucking drops and did an amazing job of it.
Yep,
it was not an issue whatsoever. Again, indicating that Fred has the easiest job known to mankind. Actually,
Yes.
Robin does now because she doesn't even have to fucking do news anymore.
All she does is laugh like she's out of breath.
Exactly. And so basically what you would have is somebody coming into where you would normally have a trio to have a single show. And, if I'm thinking like Howard, which is horrible, and I don't even want to say that, he's probably thinking, you can't replicate me or what I do by yourself. And so like a Johnny Carson would have guests on, and, Joan Rivers took over, she would have guests on and whatever, and it would be a funny, different dynamic. I think that Howard is really, really scared to ever have something like that happen.
Of course, he's
ever.
terrified they'll do a better job, and they will. 2021 Plughead, everyone you'd plug in there would do a better job. Just the passion in their voice and just the newness of it. If you were talking about Howard 1998, I agree with you. You're not going to, it's impossible.
It's impossible. Yeah. You can never have someone sit in for him back in the 90s. Like, it would be impossible based on what he was doing. I mean, maybe you could have a porn star come in and do it. But like at this point, like porn, he's not really.
Honest to God, back then, actually, Gilbert could have come in and done the show then. I mean, honestly.
That's a brilliant choice. Yes. Gilbert would have been a brilliant choice. Artie would have been a brilliant choice if he was still breathing. Any of them. Kumia. I mean, anyone. Honestly, anyone would have done a decent job. I love this. Why Dad 68, 3-hour Eric the Midget, Eric the Actor clips. Something like that is brilliant. Everything that Crazy Alice ever did. Everything that, that Hank the Drunken Dwarf did. But no, Bubba sucks.
Even Bubba covering for a week would be interesting.
Well, why do you think he killed his channels? Yeah. So in 2013, when the show got really unlistenable, I mean, it had probably sucked since about 2009, I'd say, somewhere where it became. So about 2013, it really became unlistenable. About 13. And what does he do? He destroys both channels because he's threatened by Back Office Radio and Bubba. Every single show, and the wrap-up show, even at that point, was more interesting and better than his own show. More going.
They were providing.
And he. Ahead,
they were providing. No, I was agreeing with you. They were actually providing the content for his show, and I think that taking those shows off the air hurt his show in the long run. Like it really did.
That's a great point. That's a great point because now you can't. Really, what was keeping the show afloat is he was coming back the next day to do a wrap up of the wrap up show, and he would play clips from that and Back Office, and all the great fights stemmed from that.
And Riley, think how many hours Riley Martin provided in a week.
Yeah.
Oh my God, a best of Riley Martin would be amazing.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
His show, is that ever in reruns? No,
he
doesn't do any of that.
No.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Yes, Back Office Radio was the best, but sadly, there is no more Back Office. It's like the fucking filthy ginger who lives in Long Island now with 2 kids, and he's never in office. Sal's not in office. Nobody's in office. They have nothing to talk about. They are bereft of entertainment now. So, these are people that have stayed in their homes for the last 19 months and have absolutely no outside interests anymore because they're fucking psychotic, paranoid boss.
Yep.
Yeah,
but even when there is something, if something slips in and a fight does happen, so the other day I just happened to find this, just flipping through to see if I could find something for us if we didn't have enough. King of All Blacks is arguing with Ralph, and it's actually pretty good. And what does he do? He kills it. It's the only thing interesting in the entire show. Yep. And did you guys hear this in like 90 seconds?
I heard a little bit of it, yeah.
And I'll tell you why he killed it, because Blackface Howard can't take the N-word was dropped 3 times in this fight, and I couldn't believe it got through.
But that's why he likes having King of All Blacks on.
That's why he gets through.
That's why he gets through, because he says it constantly. It has nothing to do with that. It was that he was attacking his little twink, and his little twink can't fucking defend himself against King of All Blacks. He can't. Ralph loses any argument because he's not very bright.
He's not very bright. But he calls in to do the arguing. That's his only job. Melvin says, I agree, Mo, but if Stern was smart, they could cross-promote with the heavy hitter podcast hosts and have those folks sit into guest hosts. Absolutely. In doing so, that might pull subs for SiriusXM and more subs for those podcasters. Tim Dillon, Call Her Daddy, Come Town, Chapo's Trap House, Your Mom's House, etc. You're not going to get Joe Rogan, but you get the idea. To me, it makes sense, and SiriusXM wants to absorb podcasts now anyway.
He's too threatened by that, Melvin.
And I also feel that there's something to be said for them feeling that Howard Stern still somehow draws in some advertising content, which I find weird because he's never had a major advertiser on his show, and his advertisers are just as good as podcasts.
He's so
his advertisements are
lame. They're lame. They're horrible.
Go ahead, Gak,
The only
No, I was just again concurring, piling on. I think that when you listen to the quality of the commercials that he has, it's just, I mean, it's like late night television, 2 a.m., infomercial crap. Like it's really the worst.
The
Yes.
only commercials that he has that are of any quality are the ones that have a contractual agreement with Sirius to play their commercials on every fucking station, which one of them is Genesis from Hyundai. They are contractually, they signed the deal with Sirius.
But he doesn't do live reads, right?
Yes, he does. He does live reads for them for the new
Oh, for
the new
Genesis?
SUV. Yes, he
Oh,
does.
interesting. Okay.
But that is part of their agreement with Sirius XM to put that shit in their cars that they have to also get cross promoted and have live reads done. I mean, but on his own, no, he gets fucking, when he gets
Toothpaste.
the horrible toothpaste, fucking that rip-off artist in Philadelphia with his flowers.
Right.
Jewelry,
So,
whatever fucking shit.
and somebody had just made a mention here, and I forgot to put it up on the screen, but we were talking about how if you wanted to listen to Riley or any of these other people, all you have to do is go on YouTube. And that's the other truth. The other truth is, if there's anything good that we want to hear from Vintage Howard, John has it up. Other people have it up. There's so many shows. John gets thousands of views on some of his shows where he does these compilations of how they met, the wedding, this, that, and the other thing. And these are shows that Howard never plays. So the reality is, you could go pretty much, you could just go and sit on John's YouTube channel and play pretty much anything you ever wanted to hear, because John curates these incredibly well. And, that's where people go to listen to things. So the reality is, we as a country do not need Sirius. If you want to play NFL or whatever, people are always like, oh, where am I going to hear? If you're local, you're going to hear your football game on radio. I mean, because it's played locally. It always has been. So I'm not necessarily sure what the benefit is anymore for anybody to have Sirius. I mean, really? Why do we need to listen to podcasts through them either? Because, unless they have exclusive deals with these people, you know what? Just like Joe Rogan, he's on Spotify. I don't pay for Spotify, but it's on YouTube in about a week. You know what I mean? I don't need to hear Evergreen Radio with fucking Joe Rogan when I can hear it like a week later.
Right. And not pay for, the other thing is their acquisitions are insane. Pandora is nothing but a boat anchor. I mean, literally, when they did the merger, I was like, yeah, these are two shitty companies coming together to make one bigger shitty company, which they've done. And now they absorbed the podcast thing, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing with it. They're literally going to kill, think about that. They're going to kill a podcast hosting center because they have no idea how to run it. And that's how incompetent this group is. It is truly amazing how Sirius touches everything and turns it to shit. But,
John, what's your YouTube channel, John?
17 Squabble Lane.
17 Squabble Lane. Which is his Hamptons.
I think it's my 7th one over the years. It's so exhausting when they get taken down. I took a hiatus because I got some strikes or something, and it went away. And they expire if you wait long enough. You can only, I think at that point, you can only upload 15-minute clips, and we don't do 15-minute at 17 Squabble Lane. We just
don't. Really? All right. I want to. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I noticed in the comments someone mentioned Goodstein the Looter is his go-to, and I just have a funny story about him. I feel like I need to share.
Yourself or the actual
the actual YouTube guy. So you can donate money to him, and I was like, hey, here's some money. Thanks for your work. And like the first thing he does is he's like, hey, baby, thank you so much. And so I didn't send him, hey, you're welcome. Next thing I know, he sends me this Guidoed out picture of him in this tight t-shirt. And he's got his hair, and he's like, hey, wanna chat? I was like, look, dude, I like your channel. But it was just so funny that he literally went there within a matter of seconds. So
I cannot begin to. Yeah. Well, go to Instagram and see how people try to slide into your DMs. It's the funniest thing.
Did he have? Did he have his gold chains on?
Yes,
the chest hair done just right. Yes.
He had gold. He had the sunglasses on. I was like, "Well," I said, "You're really young, sweetie. You know, good luck out there."
Like, give me the loon of your dreams.
Yes.
I mean, this has been an ongoing problem on you. I'll give you a Steve Brandano compilation for some side boobage, and does that qualify as sexual harassment?
Okay, I'm gonna play another clip now, and this one is it's interesting because a couple of people had sent this to me. It was it's called Beth's Fake Story, and I guess this this was like a complete and utter
I
piece
sent
of,
you that too. Yeah, well, Robin starts it off, Monique, with her fake story, and then Howard builds on his fake story.
Okay, and I really have some fucking comments on that because as a New York City girl my entire life, I cannot even visualize this happening. Okay, so we're gonna pull it up right this second. Hopefully it will play for us momentarily.
But I was watching, I was in a car going somewhere in Manhattan one day.
Sure.
This was years ago. And this beautiful woman is walking down the street.
Stop, Jen.
And she passes a construction site. And there's a hot dog stand there, one of those carts, and she stops to get something off the cart. And the construction guys all stop working and start looking at her because she's so beautiful. And she smiled at one of them. And then they started making all kinds of nasty comments to her. Like, hey, you want to suck my dick? I was like,
there is no fucking way that happened. There is no fucking wait. Now, first off, here's Robin sitting in a car studying somebody in a cart who's able to order her food, hear the comments from construction workers, then see the whole thing go down, and then them say "suck my cock."
Then we're supposed to believe Linda Evangelista is ordering a bratwurst.
Exactly.
No. She was up on the Upper West Side. Traffic can be really bad. You sit there for hours not moving inches, and you have to roll down your windows so you can this is a full shit story.
Okay, but I gotta play.
By the way, Monique,
the woman was being nice.
I'm sorry, John, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you played it. I just want to say Tiger Lily's so right here. She writes, spit it out, Robin. These two are the worst fucking storytellers ever. Robin sounds like she's breathing with a mouthful of roast beef.
I first met my wife.
Right.
So
All right, here we go. Yeah, let's listen to it.
Maybe we were a year into dating or something. And she was still, I don't know what she was doing, maybe walking to a job or something. She would walk the streets of Manhattan all the time. She liked it.
She walked the streets of Manhattan.
And she was walking along.
Yes.
And dressed up for work. She booked a job.
She's definitely not dressed up. Anybody who goes to a fucking go see, all these models dress like fucking slobs. Literally, like jeans and a t-shirt with a pair of sneakers.
And a guy sees her on the street. And he says to her, "Hey, I want to take your picture."
I want to take your picture.
And, she wasn't famous or anything. He was attracted to her. He wanted
she's not famous now.
And she goes,
not
no,
famous.
no. Stop. And some random guy wanted to take her picture.
She's on her way somewhere. She's not just.
She goes, no. Yeah. He walks over and he knocks her down.
Knocks her down
onto the ground.
It's called assault.
And then people just kept walking right around her.
Everybody walked by.
Her up. Didn't do anything.
Poor blonde girl falls on the fucking floor.
And this is what I mean. It's like people are such fucking vomits. And
how are we even surviving with this kind of vitriol? Of course,
can you imagine?
Veins.
I was telling the group earlier this morning when we were discussing what we were going to do today on the show. And I said, if I was a single man, I would never leave my house. I would never again be seen in public. I would never again. I would just live my life in my house and spend the rest of my days in my home, painting, doing whatever.
Wait a minute.
Whatever it is I do.
Oh, fuck off. I can't.
The idea of a prone Beth on the sidewalk is just the opportunities there are just limitless. The dog peeing on her as it walks by.
Exactly. The guy spit on her.
Coffee.
Exactly.
The black
taking
youth.
chalk and tracing her body. I mean, there's a fucking room from the Hunger Games.
Wait.
Flowers in her hair.
Where are the black youth with the whistles yelling in their ear?
That's the conflated story, Dennis. You're absolutely right. There are a series of about 15 stories of Beth getting attacked, and I have them all compiled. And this is like through like 2002 to about 2012. Every other week, it's 4 black kids with dog whistles
and a whistle.
No, let me tell you guys something. That does not happen randomly. She's doing something. She is pissing people off, and she's getting what's coming to her.
That's exactly right. That does not happen randomly.
If only that was true. If only that was true.
You know, the funniest thing about like the construction worker guys in Manhattan when they like, you know, catcall at you and shit like that, it is so fucking rare. I mean, you have to turn around to them and basically say, go fuck yourself, you stupid cock-sucking motherfucker, for them to actually turn around and say something that nasty to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly.
So
it's like they're on a job.
Such a cliche. It's such a 1970s cliche that totally creatively bankrupt twats like that would make that up. And Steve's right. Howard's voice puts you to sleep.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no passion. There's the two of them. They can't, as Tiger Lee said, there's no passion. They can't tell a story. They can't hit a punch. I guess because when you're lying, you're just sort of fumfering and making things up and trying to think of the next thing to fill in. It is. I tried to call in, by the way, Wednesday. And
good luck.
Yeah.
How'd that go? They have me blocked on all my lines. I can't get through.
Really?
They know.
Yeah.
They do, right, Kat? They know your number and they kind of know.
Absolutely.
So how far did you get? How far did you get?
I got 6 busy signals.
Yep.
I got through on the 7th, and I was Sturkshire from Sturkshire from York, Pennsylvania, and I said I did the most obsequious thing you can do. Like I want to compliment Howard on his summer programming. I love Dana Carvey. I want to tell him how much I love it. And I was going to get on and just ambush him with every buzzword you could do. I was going to do the Depp impression, so he was like taken aback. And I said I want to talk about the gay football player that came out, how courageous it was.
Oh, perfect.
Against homophobia.
Perfect.
Just the typical fucking ass kissing theme, you know? And the guy was like, well, we're not talking about that right now, but those are really good topics. So I go to listen. They don't take, and it's Ralph. It's King of All Blacks. I don't even know why he answered the phone.
You know, the best way, anytime I've called in and I've gotten put on hold, it's always been something very flattering. Like I've been like, hey, listen, I noticed that Howard really has his head around this whole psychiatric world. Mm-hmm. Has he maybe considered getting a license in like psychology and using that? Every time they put me on hold. It hasn't gotten to me.
Having listened, unfortunately, to this show, they have about 8 to 10 people that are actors that are calling in now. That is literally what it is at this point, because you could hear Large Marge calls in at least 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And this guy that has this obscure kind of Midwestern kind of accent, he calls in from different parts of the United States. And literally it's the same list of people and they stay on the phone that's how you know it's really a fake call. They just stay on the phone. No matter what they say, they're on that thing, and it's a 20-minute segment. And that is
right.
Been
Anybody
the
else you would
hallmark
hang
of
up
this
on.
show
You're
this year.
Exactly right. And another thing that there is their go-to now is I think that the guys troll like Instagram for hot girls, like that girl who called in to talk about how her boyfriend was having like phone sex with some transgender. That is so right up his alley. Transgender. You know, a hot girl that he can basically pick on or abuse, you know, all the telltale signs of something that he loves to hear. And they know, I mean, they're all totally aware of who she is, what her Instagram is, you know, what she's doing, what her tit size is, the whole thing. And these are the only calls he takes. And if it's not that kind of call, he hangs up on them immediately. That's always been the telltale sign.
But
anybody keeps on longer than that. Yeah.
Now he's not even doing where he has a bad call and he hangs up on them. Now they're all pre-set up calls. They're all going into one subject that he can kill a half hour with. because that is his goal now, is to kill half-hour blocks of time.
No,
And
that's
he's just
exactly
killing
right.
time.
So transparent.
He's just killing
it
time.
Absolutely is.
Johnny, so I have some other clips from you. What is it do we want to go to? So we have part 1 and part 2 from 6:30, King of All Blacks ambush.
Yeah, that's really quick. I thought it was great. I think you guys will like this.
Which one? The King of All Blacks ambush?
King of All Blacks ambush is he talks about Howard's homes and Howard dumps them.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
It's subtle, but it's, you know how obsessed he is, like with Howard's 1 percentile lifestyle, and that's the last thing he wants to go into while he's taking a summer off. And he's because it's the fans are pissed off enough, they don't want to hear how rich he is, and he can't. He obviously he knows, and he'd love to brag about it, but you're not going to get any transparency. So King of All Blacks asks him about that. You don't have to play it now.
Babe, I'm already queued up. You just talked it up, so I'm about to play it. What are you
just
talking
asked me
about?
what it was.
God.
Okay, but no, that's cool. Play that. I just wanted to
Sorry,
do a
ma'am.
session.
ma'am, I'm sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Very good
That'll learn
talking to
ya.
you. Thank you.
Oh, let me ask you a question, please.
Oh, please. It's enough.
Let's talk about your real estate. Just for a second. Nothing crazy. Which house do you own? Do you like the best?
All right, I gotta go. What's the
See how
difference?
fast.
Please.
What do you
please.
care? Whatever house I'm in, I
I
like.
do care. That's all I care about. Which house do you like the
I mean,
best?
there's two of us.
I like this house, the house I'm in right now.
Come on. Which house you like the best?
I like wherever I am, whatever house I'm in. I'm happy I have a house. I never thought in my life I could buy a house, let alone live.
Fuck off. Fuck.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You fuck. I'm happy I have a house.
I used to live
you.
with monks. I used to sleep on a single mattress and a monk's.
you.
Fuck you,
2
dude.
weeks when I was 21.
Live in
you.
one. So
Fuck
there you
you.
go.
Wow.
I'm happy.
Fuck
Leave me
you.
alone.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fucking guy.
Fuck you.
He
Imagine
loves
this
his
guy's
house that
having a
looks like
conversation with me
monster.
about his daughter, and then the
Fuck
next
you.
breath, he's taking his wife's panties off and he's smelling them.
Fuck you.
And
Fuck you.
Oh.
Do you
Fuck
see how
you.
uncomfortable
Fuck
he is
you.
with talking about his
Oh,
real
absolutely.
life?
Fuck
That's just,
you.
I mean, he couldn't get out of that. He just had him. I was talking about his daughter's music. Let's talk about Emily's music career, Howard. So he's talking about
Exactly.
King of All Blacks' daughter's music career, and he dumps him on that. He could not handle that little question about his personal life.
I mean,
Fuck you. You know what? Literally, I'm telling you, if we pulled together all the money from the 5,000 fucking members we have on our site, we probably still couldn't cobble enough together to
We'd be
buy
in a
his
fucking motel room.
$56 million goddamn house. I mean, I know we have some wealthy people on our site, so I'm not disparaging you, but I'm just saying, if we did, we still couldn't afford one of his fucking homes. So I'm so happy that you
I have a
built your
home.
fucking homesteads off of our fucking backs for all these goddamn years, and you still can't even answer a fucking question about them.
But you make
Fuck you.
you make a phenomenal point, because you
What's
think, and the whole
that?
tooth that, but you as far as just
Wow.
you don't have this life if it's not for these Rube subscribers with the stilettos and the star mates and the lifetime subscription. You owe it that much to at least say
what's so fucked up?
Is it that pained?
You know what's so fucked up about that whole question? It actually really, in a real sense, it's really kind of fucked up. Wouldn't that house in the Hamptons be his favorite house, being that he fucking designed it and built it and decorated him? Wouldn't that be the intelligent answer? Like, for somebody that is not an asshole, wouldn't that be like, hey, yeah, I actually did that house, and I actually have some pride in that. That's a real human answer, but we have a human impersonator.
Wouldn't take much. Wouldn't take 20 seconds to say that.
No, it wouldn't.
Instead,
but he's an asshole.
He can't. He's red listed himself. There's nothing he can talk about that we care about or have any interest in. Other, like, you know what? No, how amazing would it be to have a week worth of shows where Howard shows you his fucking homes? Or
that'd be amazing. He's right there in his fucking basement. Like, show us something.
Walk around.
Show us something. Give us something. Give us a little
We're not
fucking
stupid.
flair.
We know what's going on.
I've never seen somebody. He's such a low IQ. He thinks everybody's as dumb as he is. That nobody can figure out that he has giant mansions. I mean, the internet truly is his biggest enemy. More than wind.
Yep.
More than wind and more than losing compression. It is definitely the internet, because he just cannot handle the truth. It's just it's
don't you
amazing.
get? We're plebeians. We don't deserve to know what he has and what he does. We're not Alec Baldwin, Jerry Seinfeld, and Matt Lauer.
Yeah,
When
I
I was-
guess.
so
Yeah.
the-
He's
I was
not
at the
embarrassed.
gist of my.
Oh my
Go
God,
ahead,
guys, go.
It's not me.
All right.
For once.
I'll go. I was just gonna say that he's not embarrassed about his money in front of his rich friends, right? It's the fans that he doesn't like. He still thinks that we think, Howard's out there grinding away. When the truth is,
For us.
like we all know. Yeah, we know. And it just goes to show you how out of touch he really is, that he actually thinks that there might be some dumb asshole out there thinking, wow, he's so hardworking. But most of us realize that it's not happening.
No,
I think
we are
deep down he knows what a con man huckster he is too, though. And this is what I have on your dime, and this is what I'm not doing for you all summer, and this is what I'm not programming. And look what I think that's the embarrassing part.
Well, he has a level of disdain for us that is very palpable now. Like he doesn't care for anybody who listens. Clearly, just as evidenced by the fact that you can no longer comment on Twitter, which absolutely drives me insane.
Oh, that's insane.
And the way he constantly is talking about how he gets letters, he gets notes. The fans love this. The fans love that. Where? From where? Where are you getting this information from? Clearly not Reddit, not us, not Twitter. So one can only imagine it's from the small 3-minute clips he puts on YouTube. I mean, where is it coming from?
It's from the 70 people in the back. That's what they do. They actually have to make fan mail. I mean that's what they're down to at this point. They're making fan mail.
And he speaks with the vagueness of a liar. Like he
absolutely.
Oh yeah, I get all these letters. Like read us some asshole. Like, read us these stunning emails where people
everybody loved Ronnie last week, talking about moving to Florida. Everybody has comments about it. And it's like, no, they don't. They really don't. I mean, yes, there are some weirdo sycophants out there. Like, when I had posted about the New York Post article, and there were at least 5 people that were like, basically like, fuck you, Monique. If you don't like it, don't listen. Or he deserves to have this time off. Or, he's given you 40 years of entertainment. The least he could do is take some time off. And it's like, what's wrong with you people? You know what? If it was, I don't know, somebody on your regular fucking 92.7 radio channel, I'd be like, okay, take as much fucking time as you want. I don't pay for you. I don't pay for you.
Well, that's where he can't compare himself to.
He can't.
Jimmy Kimmel. And like was it Stewie Z or Steve Z on our site had that great post? He tries to compare himself to Kimmel and Fallon, and he gets they're not paying. They're on network rabbit ear TV. You're not paying for them.
Well,
they also have guests.
They have
guests, and it's well crafted, and there's also it looks it.
He says, I listened to Bill Maher's last show because he's going on vacation for the rest of the summer, and it's like, okay, Bill Maher has a show on 1 hour a week. That's all he does, and I'm sure he doesn't get paid $100 million a year for that 1 hour a week. Most of his money is really made by doing his fucking stand-up. But Monique, he might be taking off, but he's doing stand-up throughout the entirety of the summer.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. He's been setting this up for a while now. This has been a slow build. He's been trying to compare himself with these late night shows since 2015, 2014, where after Marcy did the whole thing where he's been trying to really compare himself to these late night shows and complaining about these late night shows get this much time off during the summer. You people bitch about when I take a 4-day weekend, and he truly has been so snowed by everyone around him, the yes men, that just feed into this complete narcissism of his, that he honestly thinks he's on this level with these people that have millions, even though this audiences are small, there's still millions of viewers. And they get 3 guests a day, 3 guests a day, not a month, a day.
Right. For 4 days a week.
Well-crafted bits on the street with graphics, crafted monologue. And that's it. They're all golden, but they're working a lot harder, and it shows.
Sorry, I just
It's
have to
interesting.
reply to Frank's single. Meanwhile, Moni constantly bans people from Radiogunk and blocks chat messages here. I don't block any fucking chat messages here. You know why? Because I'm here doing this fucking work and playing clips and listening to the other people on the fucking show.
For
okay?
giggles,
You know what,
for
Mo?
giggles, for giggles, just block him. Just
I
for
know, I
giggles.
should.
Be the only one. Fuck you.
Right? Yeah, Frank, if
you.
it makes you feel
Fuck
any
you.
better, we're all blocked too on this show.
I think I just want to go on
Exactly.
record that I'm on his side. I'm completely on his side. I've been chatting in that window, and I noticed that you have been blocking every fucking thing I've been saying.
Oh, me?
Yeah, I'm joking with you. Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
That's-
Fuck you, Bon Jovial. I'm not owned.
Now,
You know what? I'm blocking you too.
Marianne from
Everybody gets
Melbourne
blocked.
just
Yeah,
Marianne
exactly.
from Melbourne just has to keep on fucking chiming in.
Isn't it time to go to sleep yet?
Isn't it? It's tomorrow there, like, or next week or something. I don't know.
It's time to sleep on the Bobby.
The anger flow through you.
You know, I read an article. Just total segue. I read an article that they're actually like drinking less alcoholic drinks down there. Like they actually have a huge market for non-alcoholic beer and non-alcoholic wine. Okay,
Really?
yeah, there's like a whole big movement in Australia.
That's like shooting up heroin that's fucking baby powder. What's the point?
Exactly.
What's the point?
Johnson & Johnson's presents heroin that your baby will love.
Dennis,
Fucking here,
Dennis,
Foster's
sounded
near
like
here.
that sounded like a Robbins news report. What intern got you that story?
No, it's real. That's a real story.
Oh, Lily
Sorry, I'm
Scientist.
imagining someone tapping off a baby's arm. That's fucking wrong.
Right.
But guys, you know, Dennis,
We with
Dennis,
no
I just
children
wanna-
can fucking
when
abuse
he
children
first
as much as
got
we want.
when
I
he
love
first
it.
got the series when he first was
Yes.
toying with satellite and even on terrestrial, who was he jealous of? Right, he was jealous of the people who were putting their brand name on the channels and not having to work. The goal all along was to be like Oprah's channel on XM or Eminem or Jamie Foxx or Martha Stewart or Martha Stewart. Do not do any radio, get paid the most, and just put my name on it. That's been the goal since 2004. I think when he saw Oprah made that killing in the beginning, that's kind of what he was building towards all along. Do as little radio as possible and make as much money.
You know, the
God
only
bless him.
problem with that, you know what the only problem with that is? Is he's not fucking Oprah. Oprah has millions of followers. Oprah could sell millions of books. Oprah had a successful TV show. Oprah had a successful magazine. Oprah was in movies that actually made money. I mean,
And was
everything
good at
Howard
it.
has not.
Don't you
Oprah
love
has
when
a
he
beard,
always
though.
says that? He always says, you know, I've done movies, apostrophe S. I've done, you know, TV shows, apostrophe S. It's like you did one movie. One. That's it. That's all you have
and you
to
were
your
bad
name.
at it. And you were bad
Yeah,
at
and
it.
exactly. And you played yourself, which is basically all you did on all your TV shows. You played yourself. That is all you know what to do. I mean, you've never acted. You just do your show on TV. You do your show on E. You basically do you. That's it. That's all you got.
Let's not
He's not
forget,
Oprah.
Malik. He had a shot. He had a fucking shot at this. He got a shot. CBS on Saturday night. That show was whatever he wanted it to be. He could have turned it into an interview show or a variety show, and maybe it would. But he was too lazy to do anything. So he took the E show and did this horrible power edit cut and turned it into the CBS, and it was a disaster because left to his own devices, he's going to do the laziest thing possible. He was given a late night show. He could have done something with that, and he bombed again, over and over again. He's succeeded at nothing except radio.
Okay, two master. His Larry Sanders cameos. Who did he play in those?
Oh,
Himself.
Howard Stern.
There you go.
You remember
There
the
you
clip
go.
he always quoted Monique?
What
He goes,
is up with your life, Larry? She seems like she's constantly on the rag.
I mean, let's be honest.
Here
Beth
is my
has done
book.
more acting than
It's like
he
she's
has.
on the perpetual rag.
She's on the
She's got great
perpetual rag. Fucking hard. At my brother, when that came out, my brother called me and went, "Holy shit, he can't even act like himself."
you know, he's acting playing himself.
He can't even act like himself.
Thanks for
It's
having
like
me
the
over,
worst
Larry.
ever.
It's
Okay,
really, really
so
great. Thanks for having me over.
I'm going to play an additional clip, and I was looking
Ooh, a
at
bonus
the
clip.
6:30:21 part 1. What is that, John?
That's a 6:30,
that's
21.
him.
We got
So now
side
he's been
moving.
forced. By the way, I skimmed through the 29th. He doesn't bring it up at all the summer stuff. There's nothing on the 29th about this summer schedule, which he was inundated with and pounded with, and he's not so he's been forced to follow up on it on the 30th, and this is what he says after he's been inundated with God knows what. And the
inundated. I like the way you keep saying that. It's
inundated.
How many times?
Inundated.
Wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Inundated. It's so cute.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
I want traction. I want traction.
I want traction.
In Staten Island, they say inundated.
Inundated. All right, hang on. I'm trying to get my shit together here. Okay, 6:30.
You say sabotage. I say sabotage.
Sabotage.
Inundate. Inundate.
Bill.
Everybody loves it.
Oh, it's really loud.
Fans have written me. They do not like that we are taking a summer break. They don't like the change in schedule. I only take that as a compliment. People want me with them all the time.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But with peace and love. By the way, I told my friend called me. He goes, "Why are you guys going to be gone this summer?" I said,
"My friend."
I said, "The truth be told,
what friend?"
That's Matt
when
Lauer.
I did my contract, I told them I want to. Well, first I told them I'm leaving if I'm going to be.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are we talking about that he doesn't mention that it's for the entirety of the summer, even though he's saying he's taking off?
Exactly.
What are we getting
This
at here?
is the follow-up to that, the 30th.
This is actually really poignant. This is a really
Gotcha.
poignant thing here because it's wonderful.
Okay.
It's totally transparent. I said I think I'm done with my radio career. I think I need more time off. They said, "Well, what would you do instead of doing 112 shows a year? If you did 100 shows a year,
Liar.
and that would work out that you could take the summer off." I said, "Well, that might be interesting." And then we came up with this plan.
I'm sorry.
to keep
Are
me
you
on the air.
are you telling me that they're the ones who proposed this to you?
Yeah,
They're
his
the
friend
ones
did.
who said, "Oh
So-
my God, we need you so badly that in order to do this, you can take the summer off and we'll pay you more." That's what we're to believe here.
You know, I mean, it's always true when you hear him talking, he's lying, but he's really putting it on thick now. First of all, he's using the number 100 because it's easy for his brain to process
Right.
that because
Right.
you know,
You know,
well,
I can't pause it that long, so I'm gonna.
all right. So yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry.
But it's okay.
Anyway,
It's just
that's
hard
how it
to-
came about because someone was saying, "Well, wait, you're going to be." I said, "Well, it's only 12 shows you're missing."
No, it isn't.
That's
So,
like 7 months in
but a lot
Howard
was
time.
made of
Yes,
it.
exactly.
But what can I tell
30.
you?
It's 30 shows.
I've been
but,
doing
you know.
this my whole life. How many years am I broadcasting? 40 or 50 years or something crazy?
Like maybe 45, somewhere in there.
45
Monique.
years. I said,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I
Is
think
it
it's
labor
time
for
for
you
me
to
to go.
stop it, or is it? Do you have?
Go ahead. Go.
Are you,
Belabor.
what's the number one rule in show business? Right, going back to whatever. No.
Don't
one
work
get
with
off
children or
stage.
animals.
Don't worry.
Keep him wanting more. Keep him wanting more.
Keep him wanting more, Dennis.
Sorry.
Know when to get off the stage. He has torn that limb.
Know
from
when
limb.
to say when.
A
Exactly.
decade ago. When to say when.
and they go,
Friends
don't
with friends.
hang
Did
it up.
people forget you were here and not ask you to leave?
Yeah, well, I said, listen, guys, I love being here,
No, you
but,
don't.
you know, I see the hourglass turned upside down and the sand is running out. And no, so I thought this was
like
a.
Ronnie now. How long
Yep.
do I have
Well,
left?
I know how Ronnie feels. You know, my father loved work and he retired at 57. It
No, he
was a
didn't.
forced retirement. He
No,
didn't
it
want to
wasn't.
retire. This always stayed with me. My dad loved to go get up and go to work. Tremendous work ethic, as you know, all of us Stearns have. Well, not all, but
Yeah, really.
some. And all right, me.
Look at your
So
kids.
You inherited that.
yes, I inherited tremendous work ethic, and you know, there were years in my career
Yeah.
I was doing a radio show, a TV show, television specials. Don't ask. I mean,
Don't ask.
You name
Don't
it.
ask.
Live
Because he really
performing.
wasn't
You-
doing it.
Don't ask.
You know, it's been a very busy career.
Movies.
Put a
Uh,
microphone there, you'll show up.
Don't ask.
AGT.
Don't ask.
You know,
Ugh.
I'm doing
AGT.
AGT and the
Movies.
radio show.
Movies.
Don't ask.
Movies.
Don't ask.
Writing
Don't
books.
ask. Don't
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
ask.
I've always been a very busy boy.
Writing books.
So
Busy.
Don't
I
ask.
did say
one
the
man
serious
play.
look.
Dennis, don't ask.
I don't know.
Don't ask.
I don't know what my life is right now. I'm trying to figure it out. Beth said to me, "Don't you want to stay on the
radio? Please stay the fuck away from me."
I do want to stay on the radio. I do like doing the radio show, but
please don't quit. Please don't quit. Please don't quit.
So anyway, I sat down after a long, tedious discussion about my future.
5 minutes.
Came with Sirius. And mostly with Jim.
I have a thought about this when he's done. This.
Jim was the CEO back then. Now Jennifer Witz is the CEO, who I had a long conversation with the other day, actually.
Oh, did you?
She has a
very
vagina.
bright woman, very nice woman.
Okay,
very
I'm
nice
going to
woman.
believe for just a hot second that that's probably one of the first conversations he's ever had with Jennifer Witz.
Oh,
like the fact that
absolutely.
he would introduce her that way, like that she was very nice and very lovely and whatever, like, makes you kind of believe that it was his first introduction to her.
Absolutely.
Maybe second. Maybe he got
Do
introduced
you believe
to
it
her.
was him speaking to her or Buckwald, Mooney? Because
I would believe that
he
I
doesn't
would
talk to anybody.
Well, I
You
would
can't get
believe
him on
that
the
there
phone.
was maybe some sort of talk about like the programming of the channel. Who knows? Well, but no, doesn't he go into it now? He tells us how brilliant
Barely.
he is and how he's
That's-
able to impart his knowledge about radio to Jennifer Witz.
She's got ideas.
Yeah.
She's got ideas.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots of
Let's
ideas.
play it before we
We
lose
had
it.
a great conversation. And, I'm very excited about her ideas.
Right. See, so this is new. It sounds new.
Absolutely.
Oh fuck! It stopped.
What happened?
God, I don't know. It just stopped. It just
Oh.
stopped.
I think he's about to go into how
I
he
run the worst
invented
show.
Oh, he
recording.
created radio. He was
created
fucking
it.
there.
I'm gonna come back to it. Just talk a
He
little
was
bit,
there-
and I'll come back
He
to it.
was there with fucking Marconi. I mean, he hey, Marconi,
Hey.
move this away. It go better. Come on.
Hey, Marconi syndicate.
Oh!
Hey.
You think Marconi hosed down his driveway, Dennis?
Yes, he
Black
did.
Sox?
Marconi developed a better head to get the dirt out. What you
You guys
want
remember
on
when
there?
he first started going? You guys remember when he first started going to the Hamptons and how jealous and bitter he was of all his ne'er-do-well buddies that were out there for 2-3 months at a time straight, like Zoss raping.
All right, me.
Failing.
So,
You in here? Did
I'm
you?
back. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
very bright woman, very
Okay.
nice woman. We had a great
I'm gonna let
conversation.
it kind of just go
and,
through. I'm
I'm
gonna
very
lower it a
excited
little bit
about
so we
her
can talk over it. But
ideas.
Oh.
And I gave her a bunch of, and we had a discussion
gave her a
about the
bunch of
future of
ideas.
satellite
That's right.
radio and Pandora and Stitcher. And
yeah,
I have a lot of
Gave
70-year-old.
her information. on
70-year-old
all
has
the
a lot of
companies.
ideas.
actually, I had spent
SIM
a lot of time
cards.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
And
Sim
yeah,
cards.
I did. I really,
Mildred.
I'll tell you what I told Jennifer. I said, Jennifer, I am a failure at most things in life. I don't know about anything. But one thing I know about is radio.
Parenting, definitely.
Okay,
some
this is
reason, I've
satellite.
always
It's not
been
radio. So
Correct in my career.
Mhm.
You're a
And I-
savant in radio. Yes.
I'm a savant. I'm an idiot savant with an extra emphasis on the idiot.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know the idiot.
well,
By the way, nobody's
really
going to tell me
is,
differently that Robin has been in love with Howard her entire fucking life.
Oh
And
my God, she's
nobody will
so
tell
in
me that.
love.
She's holding out for him to one day
Yep.
say, "Robin, I love you." Yeah.
Her and her colostomy bag.
it's really
between
uncanny.
each
You
other.
know? I go back all the way to my days at K-Rock when I would sit
All the
there
way
with
back.
arguing
All the way
about, I said, I have an idea. And they'd say to me, what's your big idea, Howard? You know, with the condescending look. And I'd say, because no matter how successful I was number one, every radio market.
They would not look at him condescendingly because he was
No.
the biggest fucking
Well,
moneymaker. What is he
actually,
talking
back then
about?
it was just
Earner.
New York.
Back
We were
then.
number one in New York
Yeah.
by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Sounds
know,
like
Yeah.
nobody was close.
Yeah.
And so I would
Yeah.
present my ideas.
No.
And one of my
Yeah,
ideas,
Yeah.
which was met
Yeah.
with much ridicule,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was in there?
was the idea of taping one's radio show
Yeah.
with a high quality tape,
Invented taping.
so that
Taping.
when
High
I was
quality
on
tape.
vacation,
Yeah.
High
Watch.
which was rare back
Listen to
then,
this.
but when I was on vacation, they could replay the show.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Holy
And they
shit.
said, well,
Record the show.
cassette tapes cost $3 and something cents a
Cassette
cassette tape.
tapes
And
cost
over the course of a year,
$3.
that's going to cost us X amount of dollars.
Wow.
Wow.
He did math.
I said, that's true. I said,
This is
but I
true.
think there's an innovation that we could have here. I think people would want to hear a rerun or some compilation of reruns when I'm not here. Now, this sounds like an idea that seems quite obvious.
They do it in television all the time.
They do it in radio now all the time.
Now,
Remember,
but,
as soon as
but until
they
you did-
realized for
until
years
you
we
did
can rerun
reruns.
this stuff.
Oh my God.
As soon as I said it, then it was
Innovation.
2 weeks later, Imus
Listen.
had the best of Imus, or
So basically, he promoted it, but then Imus was doing it already. Is that what he's saying? So he's at
Now-
K-Rock and he's telling them
now
to record
remember,
the
Monique-
fucking show,
Yeah.
and now Imus is doing it. So
Imus
he's
is
trying to
stealing
take
from his
credit for it.
conversation.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, he stole it
Imus,
from his
you know,
conversation.
whatever it
Got
was,
it,
but
got it,
nobody
got it.
Now,
thought
got to
to do
remember,
this.
we're being
It's
brainwashed
weird.
here.
That's right.
But I only
gonna
not
tell
that
us
it was
how
such a
great this
brilliant
is.
idea. It was
That's right.
so much
That's right.
fight. Why would we spend $3 a
Right,
cassette
$3
to tape your show? And I said, think of all the money you could charge sponsors.
Oh my God.
If I'm not
Well,
here and you have tape
More shackles.
of my show that you could play, take the best moments, call it the best of Stern.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Brilliant.
You are-
Wow.
How do I take off? How do I not do the
Holy
thing I
shit.
love the most? Live radio. There's only
How
one
do I-
thing he does better than live radio, Monique, and that's being a grandfather. By the way, that was the gist of my phone call, by the way. So I was gonna go. So Carl Nassib came out of the closet. When are you gonna come? You're a grandfather. Now.
Wow.
You got to come out of the closet.
Oh,
that was
nice.
I'm gonna hit him with that in the beginning. If
So-
I got cut off, I got cut off.
So
Brilliant.
the whole point of the previous that he invented everything was the whole thing about when he resigned to Sirius is that Jim Meyer basically gave his fuck you gift to Sirius by fucking signing this guy up again. And he finally had a conversation, God knows what type of conversation, with the now
Yes.
CEO who was the head of marketing, trying to say that he told her ideas on how to promote this medium.
I
Think
feel
of
like
that
I need
for
to
what-
point out the. I have to point out the irony here.
Irony.
That well, listen to this. High pitch Eric is having a hard time adjusting to Wolfie, and I think that it's kind of like the same, the same mentality there.
I
like
see that. Yes.
he wants. It's like high pitch and Shuley.
Well, I
So
will
you're
tell you,
saying
I
that
will-
Wolfie is less human than Shuley? Well, we all know
We're
that.
being
anyway.
brainwashed. He's setting us up so he can tell us that he knows all and he knows
All
better.
the odds.
And this summer schedule is what we've been wishing for. Just wait for it. It's going to be better because I thought of it. So this is him setting us up that this summer schedule is exactly what we want
Yes.
because he deserves
It's a
it.
shit show.
because he deserves it.
Okay, so I'm going to read to you from Twitter, and this is from our long lost friend Benjamin, who used to be a part of our show and I guess hangs out at Facebook now. And he wrote, "This is a massive lie. Howard Stern had to be convinced by Mel Karmazin to play reruns of his show when he was on vacation. Howard said it was a lame idea and actually wanted extra pay for his vacation reruns. Howard had actively fought against every idea that made him rich. This was documented in the history of Howard Stern. Howard's on the air complaining that his new boss, Mel, is trying to rip him off financially by playing reruns of the show while he's on vacation. He says it's a lame idea and that his agent is going to have to get involved." So because Benjamin says it, you must know it's true. And, because,
That is true.
he is a savant when it comes to that kind of shit. But yeah,
So
so
you can't have a tape of the show. You can't have a
No.
fill-in host. What
Nope.
can we have?
Nothing.
we have?
you can have big dick energy, John. What's wrong with you?
Think about
Nice.
No,
callback.
think about if he has been left to his own devices on K-Rock, and because he had a lot of vacation there too. Could you imagine though what that would have been like if they didn't play Best of Stern, like on those weeks that he was off, the 2 weeks he was off at the end of the year, the 2 weeks he was off in the summer? I mean, honest to God, he would have just like disappeared. I mean, he would have like become an afterthought very quickly because all the other shows were there or had somebody else on. Because he could never have a guest host. He could never have just his other people on his show host a show. So he literally, he would have disappeared very, very quickly. It's quite amazing.
One thing he has that he could sell to the show is not it's whatever he wants it to be. It's like you get stupider when you listen to what is you learn nothing. You don't laugh. It's not a sports show. It's what is the show? It's not a news show. So the topical part of it is irrelevant. He can't, when a sports show goes out, when a political show, they have to have a guest host because shit's happening. This show means nothing. It tells you nothing. You don't learn anything. So he sells it where I don't need a co-host because it's not really. It's what I want it to be. It's for me. It's my show.
It literally is like, it's the conversations that I used to have in the office that you would overhear, and you'd sit there at your desk and you'd hear, oh my God, I've been trying this like new cracker to like, help me shit. And then someone would say something like, oh my God, now you're not going to believe what happened. I had to clean my house. And I would say, shut the fuck up. I am trying to work.
That's the show.
And I can't believe, like, I sit here and work and listen to that, and I turn sometimes and think, shut the fuck up. Like, they are the people in the office that I would go out of my way to avoid, and there's no content.
The best part, though, I think is apt way to describe it. This is old folks' home radio. I mean, that's what they sound like. They sound like old people that are just during the middle of the day.
65. That's
right.
What they
They're
do.
just so rambling on about shit that's happening that they have no idea what it's about. They just ramble on about it.
TikTok confuses the fuck out of them.
Oh God,
TikTok.
The transparency's gone. So there's no honesty. So you're getting lies or him deflecting onto whack packers or shitty staff members you don't care about. This repugnant staff that still remains. You're not going to get any, insight into. Like I said, this show could almost be listenable if he talked about his 1 percentile life. What does a rich guy do all day? What is do you order food?
But here's the thing about him. He's such a mental case introvert that I gotta believe that he is not fun or funny or engaging or interesting when he's at home. And Beth, God bless her fucking soul. She's so stupid that I can't even imagine there being a conversation other than fucking cats in her life. She is bereft of intelligence.
Look, smell this cat. Does it smell like strawberry pie?
That marriage is dissolving. I'm telling you, there's no way that marriage. Listen, it's not going to sustain for any longer. Imagine being stuck in a home with that individual.
Oh my God, Gary Puppet. I am so glad you mentioned this. Let's talk about Sal's high school grades. So apparently on the show this week, and we probably don't have tape of it, but let's talk about it really quickly.
I didn't think it
was cringe, but it was fucking cringeworthy on several levels. We're talking about somebody who basically, as we've talked about a million times in the past, had to go to 13th grade at BU so that he could get into the regular program there. Okay. So we're not talking about a fucking genius here, but yet they actually went and got Sal's records from college so that they could berate him about his grades and talk to him about what a horrible fucking student he was, because Sal apparently claimed that he had like a 3.7 or something like that GPA when he got out of school. And Howard, of course, had to fight that because you can't possibly be fucking smart, Sal. You have to be an idiot. And then he proceeded to berate him. This is a guy who went to 13th grade, seriously. And he has the ball, and who has never revealed his SAT scores or his IQ. Scores.
The staff is destroyed. Like any chance they have getting real career work out. Like imagine Sal. Now everybody knows that he doesn't have a degree. And we all know that he lied, and we know that he goes to the booth. So we know that his wife had an emotional friend. Like he's all that shit is out there now. Like, and when this is done, what the fuck is he gonna do? What the fuck is Sal gonna do for a living?
Sal could probably, of the group, have a comedy writing career. He actually could. He actually is funny.
Jokes. He actually
He is funny. No, he is funny when he isn't, reined in by the Stern Show. He actually is a funny guy.
Absolutely, but the mandate is make Howard happy. So
I know that.
Make Howard happy on a resume when you're trying to shop yourself around after this fucking show. I mean, he has no new life experience.
Yeah, baby.
Howard has zero new life experiences.
You hire people all the time. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I do too. So this world, right? If Sal Governale or J.D. Harmeyer, for that matter, came into your office, regardless, or our fucking Jason managed to squeeze him out the door. What the hell would you think? Benji, would you honestly even consider them for a minute?
No, it's Howard Stern's land of fucking misfit toys. The reason that he has them is because they are unhireable by other
I'm
people.
a sow in the box.
And because they're so stupid and so unkempt and slovenly and retarded, he is allowed to abuse them as much as is humanly possible because they know that they can't do any better than this. They
have to be terrified.
Wait, so I'm just saying though, Sal is the best of the group. Now that's not really saying
That's
a lot.
not saying much.
I mean, JD could not work anywhere. There's really not a job that fuck could be qualified for. There really isn't. Cleaning toilets is beyond him. I don't think he can function that out.
Oh,
I Google everybody. I Google everybody who I interview. It's what you do. And if I didn't know J.D. Harmeyer from the Howard Stern show, and I was just like, let's see what this guy's up to, I would stumble across that dog and peanut butter story. And I would send it to everybody and like, look at this crazy son of a bitch who just came in and interviewed with us. Oh my God. Like, there's no way I would hire him, right? So they're doomed. They are all fucking doomed.
They're unhireable.
They think Kimmel's going to have his talk show for 20 more years, and they're all going to They're going to work for Kimmel or Netflix with Jackson. Because a lot of his sycophants are in the position of hiring now. So he has like this like kind of fan base that doesn't really acknowledge how bad the show is now, or the kind of attitude they're not, and they're in a position of hiring now. And I think all these people think they're going to work for these people. I think that's how they get selling cars. Yeah.
Oh my God!
What's that guy's name? What's the car salesman name?
It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my God! He has all those dealerships. He has Porsche, Acura, Wayne Siegel. Wayne fucking Siegel.
Yes.
Wayne fucking Siegel. Could you imagine that JD selling you a car? Could you imagine JD selling you a Volkswagen?
It steers and it's like it drives by itself.
Whatever. It has like an engine, whatever. And like it's like green, whatever.
You heard his attempt at being interviewed by somebody. He is physically unable mentally unable to articulate a sentence, and all of them. I mean, Jason is just like a furry piece of what did I call him the other day? A piece of like hairy memory foam, and they're just really offensive human beings that nobody else would. Ronnie was hired because he wrote to Howard in pencil asking him if he needed somebody to drive him, and he would do it at a substantially discounted rate. MPS he can carry, so he's that kind of fucking guy, and Howard needed it at the time because he was so fucking scared that somebody was going to harm him in the street, and that's how Ronnie came to be.
With all that being said,
no, go.
So, let's take a look what's happened to those people who have left the show, and you're Shuli, you're Brent, I'm JD, and I'm looking at these people, and you're Stuttering John, and God love him, Steve Grillo. I mean, he wanted to have a career, and I think that you look at Steve's. For example, I think he would have had a totally different trajectory if he hadn't done the Howard Stern show. I think he would have a totally different life. So I think you look at people like that and you're like, they're doomed. And I feel like they have to look at these guys. Like if I'm Richard, I'm looking at, Scott, I'm looking at Brent, and I'm thinking, shit, I'm going to be putting Christy on Cameo because that's where they're going to, because that's how it's going to end.
Actually, Richard can go back to drumming. I mean, honestly, I think he could actually probably make a career. He has talent. He can go back to that because you don't need to be clean or anything to be in metal. It's okay.
He's getting older. He's getting old though. He's got kids.
True, but but the other thing is but someone like Jason, honest to fucking God, no, just no. I mean, he is. Everything about him is just so slimy, and he is conniving, and you could always tell that, if he wasn't on the Stern show, he wouldn't last very long on any job he had because people would just hate him. I mean, literally just hate him.
He would be the cancer on the team.
Exactly.
Like negative cancer that brings everybody down.
Don't discount the massive sense of entitlement a lot of these staffers have. that they think once they got a taste of this show, they're guaranteed a showbiz gig. They know nothing else. They have to work in show business because I was on this. They're not going to do anything else. They're not going to transition.
You know what? Hooper 45 has a 55-year-old drummer. He's right. And you look at Scott Salem, right, who actually has a talent, in doing what he does, whatever. But it's incredibly impossible. In entertainment, I gotta believe you fucking age out. So a lot of these guys are going to be well into their 50s. Especially the younger ones. Maybe not Mehmet. I think he's really cute and he'll probably get a job. But they're going to be in their 50s by the time Howard has retired, and the rest of the guys can probably comfortably retire, the higher echelon, as I said.
Right.
I do believe that a lot of them have stock options, which they'll probably cash out when they leave. They'll probably get like some sort of retirement package or something like that. And, as long as they don't have to live on a shit ton of money, they'll be okay. A Sal Governelli will be okay. But a JD,
JD is the one that literally.
Pretty sure that Tank is going to have to carry the fucking weight of that family.
No, Tank's going to be gone.
No. Tank's going to be in bed with me because there's no way these two are staying together.
Exactly. Because you can already hear the tires squealing on that car as she's leaving the fucking house.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
What's his appeal? Like, if the Stern show's over, like, why is she with that? Like, it's done. Like, goodbye.
I don't know. You know what?
She's married.
Maybe she likes that fourth chin.
So I have your other clip here, which I have queued up. Hopefully it'll play, which was part 2. What is the conversation there?
He goes back to that.
Created everything.
About what his plans are.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gary Puppet's comment just cracked me up. This is Cat Girl eats pussy.
Did he not know this?
Surprise, Gary Puppet.
Wow.
Surprise.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he knew.
I don't think so. I think that's honest surprise. Wow.
So sorry.
Okay. So what is part 2, Johnny?
It's a lot of that. It's a different. It's just a continuation of that. He changes. I can't remember.
Okay.
But it's that.
It's good. It's.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Michael Clark had a good point before. Howard's reluctance to talk about. Remember, he had that thing about, well, what if a plumber knows I make $100 million a year? Then when's he going to charge me?
That cat is way out of the fucking bag. Are you kidding me?
That's such a ridiculous argument.
He thinks everyone's that stupid, though, that we're going to think.
Yeah, because when I walk into a $50 million fucking home, I don't think for a second that you have any money. I mean, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, seriously.
That's how stupid he thinks the audience is.
I mean, you have 2 floors on the top of a building overlooking Central Park. Yeah, you're right. You don't have any money at all.
You have no money, and you're Howard Stern. Yep. You have no fucking money whatsoever. All right, it's gonna play for us. I swear to God.
It is.
Oh,
you sure?
I don't know about that.
That's really creepy. That with their side by side like that. That was actually kind of scary. I don't want to ever see that again.
I gotta tell you, I'm so high, and I keep watching that slow motion.
I can't imagine watching that high. Oh my god,
dude. It's a little much.
You're gonna have nightmares for the next fucking month. Jesus,
it's like a bad trip.
Don't eat the brown acid. Don't eat the brown acid.
Oh, there's Fred. Oh, stop.
But I will.
No more. Oh, fuck.
The next big innovation was there were a couple other innovations between then. I said, but the big trend I saw, I said, I got to get the fuck off this regular radio. It's a dying medium.
Yeah. Okay. He's talking about going to
satellite's where it's at.
Yeah.
Right.
And I started way back when XM was the only game in town. I visited them as they were opening up the first broadcast on XM. I was in Virginia. I went and visited.
Finger on the pulse.
I paid a visit to the guru, Lee Abrams over there in Virginia. And all their board of executives, and they said, "Well, hey, Howard, how about coming over here?" I said, "No, it's too early. I still need to be on regular radio."
Too early because it's too early. And you're not paying me enough.
I said, in 5 years, after my next contract, I'm going to come talk to you guys. Because that's when I think it might be ready. Because at that point, they were broadcasting to no one. They weren't in any cars or anything. I wasn't willing to do it. It would just be too slow a build-up.
Too slow a build.
Standards.
I wasn't too choked up with the people at XM, except for Lee. I liked Lee, but I wasn't choked up with their board of directors. I didn't like the whole vibe. Something gave me a cold feeling.
They were partially owned.
I knew I had to get out of regular radio. The government.
They were partially owned by regular radio.
It was ridiculous.
Right.
It was just, it was too insane.
I read their aura, man.
I waited a couple of years. Sirius came into play, and then there were 2 players in satellite, and I met with both of them. And not to bore you with it, but
too late.
I said to XM, whoever hires me, you will be the winner. And they looked at me like I was being an asshole. This guy's all full of himself. And they told me, ha, 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 fuck you. Sirius is nothing. Sirius blows. They don't even have 300,000 subscribers. We're beating the shit out of them. We already have 1 million subscribers. Giving me, it's just bullshit. So then I knocked on Sirius's door. Actually, I didn't even knock on Sirius's door. They knocked on mine and they said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I don't know.
No.
I'm thinking about satellite, but come with us. Let's do a deal." That's it. I like their attitude. I like Scott Greenstein. I liked Leon Black at the time owned it.
Don't ask.
I liked
you like the money.
I liked everyone involved, actually.
Stop.
They were just
it's like
nice
an
people.
episode drunk.
Oh, they're so nice. I'm gonna.
I said, okay.
Exactly.
I'm in.
So nice. I'm gonna. That's
Let's
it.
do
I'm
it.
in.
This is the future. You can't. The regular radio's got too many fucking commercials.
Oh, and
too
you
much
don't.
bullshit.
And you don't.
Too much government
FCC.
regulation. Yeah. I said, with our first goal is to get people to put radios in their car. Leave that to me. That's my assignment.
Yeah. To him.
And we went all hell out, and sure enough,
you did.
You know. All of my buddies over at the regular radio, like Les Moonves, and telling me how I was going to fail. Satellite radio is bullshit. I knew they knew nothing. They knew nothing. They're like flies on my head.
Ads to tell you were going to fail.
What ads?
Right.
Wait, what fucking ads did they take out?
None.
Bye, Howard. No more of you.
Right. So it's been a long, long career. And I thought to myself, well, I've been right. I think there's more to be done.
Really?
In terms of the future of satellite.
Name 2 things.
Really?
And I did share my...
Name 2 fucking things. Name 2 things you think, old man, that the future of fucking satellite radio holds. 2. One.
Bankruptcy?
Give me 1 fucking thing that you think satellite radio can do that other people can't do. Bigger, better, faster, and fucking cheaper.
Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's what it could do.
Ideas with Jennifer. She liked them, I think.
Oh, Jennifer loved your ideas, I'm sure. You
yeah, absolutely.
Did you show her your notebook, you douche?
Look at the pictures I draw in my notebook.
My big giant fucking notebook full of ideas. Of course, I love the audio, so we're gonna go back to
fucking like he literally created everything. I mean, it is so amazing. And I think Clear Channel, if I remember correctly, Clear Channel was a part owner of XM.
Oh, really?
I remember correctly. Yeah, they were part owner of it.
Oh,
so they actually had their good.
No, it's okay. I'm just waiting for this stupid
money and making him a silent partner didn't have anything to do with his decision.
No, not
I
at
said,
all.
So in order to stay in, I said to but when they came up with this plan of
let me go back
instead of doing 112 light.
Here we go.
And I did share my ideas with Jennifer. She liked them, I think.
Again, I'm thinking that's the first time he talked to her.
I didn't articulate all of them. I just talked about my excitement and stuff.
Excitement.
But the truth was, when this last contract was up, I took a look at my life and I was like, well, okay.
Oh, man, take a look at my life.
When they came up with this plan of instead of doing 112 shows here, do 100. I thought, okay, I could do that. And I can still be connected to my fans, and we can still give you some of the best radio around. I have to believe we still do the best radio around. I've listened to the other stuff. It ain't that great. It's not that we're that good. It's just they're not that great.
Oh, take it easy. I think we're good.
I do too. Well, I don't want to pat us on the back too much.
Oh, not at all.
So anyway, that's how. So for those of you who have read me, I know I'm sorry you want more shows, but we have.
Has there been an outcry? Are people really angry?
No.
Yes.
No, most
Yes.
people are like,
Yes.
we get
Yes,
it.
they
We just
are,
want
you
you to
idiot.
stay on the air.
Okay.
But it's sweet, actually. Thank you for saying that.
Oh yeah. So sweet.
Jennifer, check out my donuts.
But I still am convinced it was a no-brainer coming here. Everyone said it would be suicide to leave terrestrial radio. I remember Jay Leno did a monologue. Howard Stern, he's going away, blah, blah, blah.
And now it's Jay Leno who?
That's right, Robin. No one knows who he is.
Yeah, I always say Jay Leno who?
They all come and go. But in any case, yes. So in order to stay in, I said to them, if you knock off 12 shows a year, I'll be okay.
12.
So we're
and pay me the same amount.
That's the bottom line.
Even though it's 30,
that's how that all came
like,
about.
12.
Let's go to Trish in New York who wants to say good morning. Hi, Trish.
Oh, let's see you, Trish.
Hey, Howard, how are you?
Hi, baby.
Hey now. Okay,
Hey
so
now.
the reason I'm calling is
March.
I wanted to call about Family Feud, and I also just wanted to say have a great summer. I work at a school. I'm off for the summer. I feel great. We work hard. We deserve it. So no complaints on that department.
Wait, this is a woman?
And just keep bringing up some of the.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I saw Bill Maher say goodbye. He did his last show before his summer
I think
break.
he just takes off the month of July. That's what I thought he said.
That's what he said. And but I wrote a complaint letter to HBO. I said,
did you?
He wrote a letter.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
Dear
I like the
madam.
Bill Maher show. I watch it all the time, and I am upset that he's.
Good day, sir. To whom it may concern.
I am upset that he's not on in the month of July, but
it bothers me too. You know,
it bothers
absolutely
you.
right.
Right, so it bothers you.
Oh,
but okay.
First, it was Saturday Night Live. They take way too much time off.
They haven't. They should not take summers off.
I wonder if this motherfucker is really not paying these people for their time off. I'm feeling
I know
that.
he isn't.
Like,
He
how do you know? Did you have a direct
he
line
can't.
to Sirius? Did you actually have a discussion with them?
I
This
know.
is very curious to me.
I know Wig very
Like, why
well.
is Robin kind of giving him a lot of shit right now? It's kind of curious.
Because Robin's not getting paid. Because remember, Benjamin, I'll bring it up. Benjamin brought up, that's why when she had cancer, she was fucking trying any way to get on the air because I think part of their contract is if you aren't on, you don't get paid. So she's going to have 2 months of not getting paid unless she's smart enough to have it stretched out over the summer like teachers do, where you can get it paid, the whole year in smaller sums. But I think that she actually gets paid paycheck by tip to paycheck, and now she has 2 months without any money coming in. I'm really getting that feeling.
These writers as well. Like, how are they going to pay these writers? Like, they're not writing anything. They're
I kind of feel, one of my discussions was, and when Brent was on, I think he actually had talked about it, but I think that a lot of them are freelancers or pay per, time worked or whatever. So I gotta believe that some of them are going to be on like a summer hiatus or taking other jobs and stuff
They'll
like
be
that.
gone. Half of them have got to
They're
be
gone.
like,
They're gone.
This is interview time for them. I'm assuming like this is their chance to get out there and start checking to see if they can get a job.
Robin needs money because Robin A had terminal cancer, B or something wrong
Wait a
with
second.
her.
How could she have had terminal cancer if she's still with
it's not that
Well,
terminal.
that's what they kept on
She's
saying. That was the thing. They kept on saying she's going to die, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, she gets taken in by every scam artist known to mankind. I mean, Brendan Murphy, anyone? I mean, seriously.
I know, but listen, she makes enough money for a single fucking woman. Okay, stop it. She has nothing. She has no responsibilities in her fucking life. She even tried to get her brother's her father's share of some lawsuit that he had for mesothelioma.
Right.
So that she would get her fucking share of it. And she didn't pay for her brother to continue living in his home. And if you recall, because we did a deep dive on this, he had to file for foreclosure. and give up his fucking house. And Robin
so
didn't give him any
you tell
money.
me how much money she really doesn't have, because obviously she does not have that much money.
Ellen Stern invited him to the Belmore Library. Stay in the card catalog.
I know, Beanie Mac. I know Robin is horrible with money, but you know what? If we were all making $3 or $4 million a year and had no children, nothing to support other than our, exorbitant lifestyles, I kind of feel like we'd be able to have enough money and stock options. Don't forget, they all have fucking stock options. How do you think Bowie bought his house? You know,
how much she's a Buckwall client.
How much does she? How much do you think she's pulling in a year? Like if we were, I know we've had.
Now,
I think about I think about $3 to $4 million.
4 million.
Yeah, it can't be that much.
I've heard double digits from very reliable sources.
Hi, Renaissance Man. I hate.
I've heard 8
Robin
figures.
More.
8
spending
figures.
Spending is relative. No, spending is relative though. Like think about
Patrick Ewing put it best. Said that we're paid a lot of money because we spend a lot of money. So that is Robin's mantra. Because remember, she would take trips to Europe, first class all the way, trips to California. No. This is Robin we're talking about. And of course, she had grifters along with her that she would pay, like Brendan Murphy, who God knows how much money he ripped off from her. God knows how much what do you call that? Dr. What was that fucking quack?
Ronnie.
Dr. Ronnie. How much money do you think she fucking sucked out of her? I mean, you got to understand, Robin is not a bright person.
We'd like them to be broke. She's not broke. We'd like them to be broke.
She's not broke.
Them to be broke.
She's not broke.
She's one of the
I don't think she's broke, but I don't think that she has fuck you money. I think that she's going to run out of money at some point. I mean, she lives a very opulent lifestyle, and she's going to have to look at ways to support that. Think about all the medication, the drugs.
We looked at her homes. You know that
that's a lot of money there.
It's really not, guys. Honestly, in the entertainment world, that's really not a lot.
True.
You know. So what if she has a fucking mortgage? So what? So what?
Well, she shouldn't have a mortgage.
Guys, she has stock options. She pulled them in. She bought that fucking house before she even sold the old one. So she has the money to do these things. There's
just a man speak here. You know about all the sports stars that get paid $20 million a year and they're fucking broke the year after they retire, right?
Yeah,
how about all those guys?
She's not as reckless as they are, Dennis.
You sure about that? Are you sure?
Yeah, she's sitting. She's watching Bones. She's watching fucking Bones marathons on TNT.
She's got 5 cars, 4 or 5 very high-end cars.
They're all given to her by Howard. Howard gave it to her. She's fine.
You guys are crazy. She's a single woman with no kids and no responsibilities other than herself. She can live. She okay. We don't know that she has a mortgage or doesn't have a fucking mortgage. I was just supposing that she did. I don't know. I don't know.
I like the next one.
I think Robin is wealthy. I think she's wealthy.
She is too.
Okay, but I don't think she's like I don't think she's got Howard.
She has
Howard. I question his level. Howard is house poor. I mean, those fucking houses, the upkeep. I mean, he has a shitload. He's.
The staff.
Yes, I know she had a horse stable located in Manhattan, but you know what? I used to walk my dog in fucking Central Park every single day. I would see 7-year-olds riding their fucking horses through Central Park. People have money. I mean, that's what you do. And you've seen the place. I mean, we've had the video on where Jackie and Stuttering John and Howard went to watch Robin ride her horse. And it's this tiny, tiny, tiny little fucking place. And it's where most people who do the horse-drawn carriages keep their horses as well. But this is somebody who has FU money. That's what you do. You get a horse, you put it in fucking Manhattan.
I think
you drive a race car. She's
rich at the moment. Rich at the moment. She is not. She did not put away shit for a rainy day. That is not Robin's MO. Think about how Robin couldn't even balance a checkbook when Howard met her. Think how she was so reckless with her money when he first started. I mean,
don't you think that was a play for him? Don't you think that was a cry?
Oh, you mean defrauding the U.S. Army? Wait, defrauding the Air Force was reckless for him?
I need your help.
Dennis, I'll say it. We all want them all to be broke and destitute and done, but this isn't.
I don't want it. It's just.
It's not.
Just saying that
No
she
one's
can
saying
survive not.
Yes.
She can survive not working. No, that's not true.
Yes.
I think I think
60,
she can
69.
survive. I think she's also had her bout with cancer and God knows what else. So I think that she probably has enough to make it through the rest of her life. But like, if we were to tack on an extra 10, 15 years and like, come on.
Done.
She would be done. And she probably does have people who help her and do her finances, but like, I don't know. I don't see her sustaining for more than 10, 15 years.
It's okay. I don't think she's going to make it that long.
I don't think she'll last that long. It's okay.
Yeah. So touche.
Die broke, die young and
you
broke.
You win this round.
I don't know about you, but I'm worried about Steve Brandano.
Oh, Brandano. He's going to be on the corner fucking with a cup playing guitar.
Well,
who's going to direct that music?
If they're not going back into the office, if they're not doing a show as we've known, I cannot imagine the show lasting another 4 years. I agree with you guys on that. I think it's
something.
I think it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Listen, we don't know what that contract looks like. We have no idea what goes on there. If exit clause, if there's like a death clause, there may even be something that if Robin fucking passes away, he's able to get out of the fucking contract. We don't know. We just don't know. And so, to quote Rumsfeld, there are known unknowns and there are unknown unknowns. I mean, we don't know what we don't know. So the real rest in peace, weirdo man. So yeah,
it's like an interesting death pool for him. Like it is. It's like the Robin death pool. If she dies. He gets to leave. Like, so that's that's an interesting way to paint it.
Yeah.
I wonder how Robin would feel about that.
And so, part of me just listening to that clip we played where Robin was kind of being, slightly passive aggressive on the whole fucking 2 months off thing. And it makes me think either not for herself, because like John says, she is a Buckwell client, so I'm sure they are well protected. But I kind of feel like there might be like a little bit of a sabbatical for the summer, especially for a lot of these freelance or at-will employees, and I think she's probably lamenting that because I'm sure she's heard from people saying, fuck, what am I going to do for the next 2 months? Or that they don't have enough money to carry them through the day.
Wait.
Who knows?
Is this Robin we're talking about actually giving a shit about another human being?
Okay, you know that every single person we have ever spoken to on this show has always said that Robin is benevolent. Like she is the person that would, of all of them, she is the one who cares the most, who gives the most, who talks to them the most. And I think it's because she has nothing else in her life. So these are her only friends.
I think she was also really upset that the whole Ronnie goodbye. Like, I feel like, I think you're right. I think
awful.
I think Robin has genuine, you could say a lot. And I think you're also right that it's because, she has no friends. And this is kind of her life. These are her people. And I think that Howard squashing Ronnie's going away party upset her a little bit because I think she does want to say goodbye to him. Like when she had cancer, she even talked about how Ronnie came in and was one of the people who really made her feel better. So I think behind the scenes, they have to fucking hate Howard's guts at this point.
Yeah, nobody liked him.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you 100%. No one on that show likes him. Honestly.
I'm sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Money got a Rumsfeld signed copy of Art of War framed on her wall.
Thanks for giving me a Christmas gift idea.
Exactly.
Monique, the great Andrew Morgan has a great. I don't know if I caught this. Robin went to Richie Wilson's goodbye party and said it on the air. Howard was a little bent on that one, so you were not supposed to mention Richie Wilson again, let alone a goodbye party for him. And she went against the Howard TV, expulsion, and actually mentioned. So yeah, that's good. I got to give it to her on that one.
I guess. I mean, you know what? I can't imagine giving people credit for actually paying attention to somebody they worked with for 15 fucking years. I mean, sorry.
No, you're right.
That's just what you do.
We've lowered our expectations so much.
Very low. Our bar
we're
is very
complimenting
low.
the things that basic human beings do. You're absolutely right. I don't even know why I turned that. But for these, sociopaths, everything's a compliment. So I guess
everything's a
I
fucking
stand
compliment.
corrected. Anything remotely human.
You weren't an absolute dick. That's an absolute compliment.
You weren't a total piece of shit here.
You were only mostly an asshole. Hey, you're proving pretty good.
I have another clip, and it'll probably be my last one for the show. But this is the King of All Blacks versus Ralph.
Cohen.
Oh, okay.
We gotta do Andy Cohen.
What about King
Andy
of All
Cohen,
Blacks versus Ralph? I'm just asking.
It's a minute. It's only a minute, and
it's only a minute. It's
thanks
I can do
to
this.
Sonny Hostin and on The View.
Yeah.
Howard never uses the N-word. Howard tells him the N-word is forbidden, and Donald Trump Jr. and the blackface stuff with him. King of All Blacks slips in the N-word 3 times, and you cannot. Not only no one can say the N-word. And Howard gets all rattled and cuts him off.
Did you beep it for me?
No.
Of course he does not. Come on, it's free speech.
All right, I'm gonna talk over it.
There goes your monetization right there.
It's a fight with Ralph. Ralph calls in and says that his daughter is mediocre. She's just like every other Beyonce wannabe that wants a record deal. And King of All Blacks gets triggered and starts.
Okay, and then he says the N-word. So there you go. There's that clip. All right, what else you got?
That's pretty much summarized. Yes.
Nicely done.
Nicely done.
I think we should play. I think we should play those Andy Cohen clips I gave you because it's Andy talking about taking over and wanting to go into his studio, and there's a lot there. And there's an article apparently on Radar Online today that I think I sent you.
I just
Andy
saw
Cohen
that
pitching himself to take over for Howard during his
When I say
All right, here we go.
thing, I don't mean my penis. I mean my mouth or my computer. Okay.
What?
Here's Andy saying he wants to. He seemed obsessed with me not being there, and he wondered if I would ever come back to the Sirius XM building and call dibs on my studio. It's like he was like standing over
a race to be the one who takes the studio.
It's like they're standing over my corpse.
Howard will never step foot in this building again, maybe. I wonder if Howard will ever come back. Let me ask you this. It doesn't ever come back to this studio, to this building. Who gets his studio?
I will move. I want to do that with you. Move back to New York. I will fly there every
twice a week. Put Jeff Lewis live in there. We should dibs on Howard's studio if he never comes back. I'm gonna talk to Scott Greenstein about that after the show.
Oh, you do that.
Wow.
Clear your throat.
By the way, his co-host is John Hill, who is Andy's ex-boyfriend, so they've actually fucked.
That's very important that we know that. Thank you.
I don't know what the whole story is there, but Andy, I guess, threw a bone, no pun intended, to his ex-lover and gave him a job on the show.
Is that a homophobic?
But anyway,
He's moved out of New York. He would move back, he said.
You're misunderstanding.
Fish around my
Arm,
compound.
you're misunderstanding. He's a champion.
Is there any other Sirius XM people here? Is Sway here today? No, only me.
You know, Andy sounds like he fucking parties so hard, like
he does,
right?
Yeah.
But we've heard him on air where he has like the baby in the background who's just fucking screeching, you know. And it's like, I know that most of the time he works out of the Hamptons, like he's not in studio at all. But Howard chose this hill to die on in terms of like, fuck you, I'm not giving up my studio. I don't give a fuck if I'm not there for the next 4 years. You're not getting it because it's mine. That's it. Fucking marble hoarding cunt that he is. You're mine. Absolutely. And you get nothing. You get nothing.
Is there anything I could steal from any? Is Howard's area open? Could I go in there and take something? No, it's not. Oh,
Robin, call the FBI immediately.
Can't someone let me in? What would I do? I just want to fish around. These guys are showing me they have access with their fobs work. I would love to just go in there and just fish
What's
around.
on here?
My asshole is puckering.
I'm puckering a little.
Like, what do you think he's gonna find?
Oh, look at that.
Just to fuck with him, I might actually take over his studio. Now I'll have 2 studios.
Oh, you do that. You do
Who the fuck? Wait.
You'll be in a hall somewhere.
Who the fuck is listening to that?
And then the other
Seriously,
one, I mean, I got to admit, it
elevator.
felt creepy. Andy wants
Nobody.
to sit in my chair. I don't know what people have this fascination
Why
with
is there
my
a
chair.
thing about your chair? Yeah.
Maybe they think it's like a genie lamp again. If they sit in it, maybe they'll, maybe they'll something good.
You know what I would like to do?
Oh, what would you like to do?
Sit in Howard's chair. I just want to see.
Ooga.
Do it.
Ooga.
Oh my God, I wonder if I could get in there. But let me tell you something. If I went in there and sat in his chair and he found out, don't you think
You
he
will
would
be fired so fast. Whatever they're paying you, it's gone.
Yeah, are you sick of that channel?
Yeah.
Yes.
How could he be?
Trust
How
me.
could he be fired? I guess the boss just spoke.
be
How could Andy Cohen be
furious?
fired?
I think he would be
Exactly.
like, I think it would be, honestly, I don't think.
Can you explain to me how there's 4 fucking clips of this shit? How can I even listen to this?
Yeah, they're all pretty interesting.
It's a lot. What else you
Jesus
got?
Christ.
That is. It's really rough to listen to. He's
Yeah,
who
move
listens to
on.
Andy Cohen, by the way?
No one.
He's
Like I
actually-
said,
he
who
was-
is listening to this? No one.
It was really, it was insufferable. Seriously, I was actually like looking out the window while he was
Jesus
talking.
Christ.
Just,
Thank you. Oh,
He
it's
has in
Andy.
the past.
And then Andy calls.
Andy, you sounded like you were going to shoot a load over my studio.
Ew.
Calm down. Let you in.
Oh.
It's boring. I mean, there's not
Okay,
really.
moving
See
on.
what that
Moving
felt
on.
like. It's an iconic
Moving on.
This is barren. I don't have anything in there because all I would do is just sit in there and like sleep. So I don't have any memorabilia. I don't have anything personal in there. Maybe some pictures of my kids. That's it.
Nothing
I
personal.
would like to see that. I would just rifle through. I just want to see.
Just want to rifle
something.
through your shit.
I mean, you had a great life. You know, you got famous on. I would see Andy at some parties. Like he knows
Gay
friends
parties.
of mine. And then Andy would be like,
Oh,
I
he's got
gotta
the
go,
kid in the
Howard. I
background
have
screeching,
another
right?
party.
I know. There was always another party.
Yeah, I'd go like,
I'm
Andy,
sorry,
there's-
I can't stay.
and I'm not making a joke. I mean, the guy would look at me. I go, "Hey, Andy, good to see you. I have to leave. I have another
the way
party."
Robin
And I'm
tries
like,
to
wow,
engage as
Mr.
if she
Popular.
does
absolutely.
Like every,
She tries so hard to engage, and
She does, and no one wants to listen to her.
Nobody wants to listen
I mean,
to
poor
her.
Andy. He has his appliance that now he can't get rid of because it's actually a child. I mean, you know,
Oh,
should have
here's
thought that through.
Exactly. Here's the news clip. This is the only thing I appreciate from this whole.
Careful with this. Hey, I'm sure you've already discussed this, but have we discussed why the news is gone?
Have
No, I mean, other than the fact that we just,
Sounds like
we
Joan
change
Rivers.
things up all the time, and
Oh,
we
no,
kind
you
of
don't change
incorporate the
things all
news into
all
our
the
show.
fucking time. No, you don't.
Got it.
That was
no
an
real game
iconic
plan.
portion of the show.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
I
Got it.
missed the theme song. I missed the idea that I know it's coming.
Yeah.
You want news?
Change.
Robin, would you mind
I
doing
love
some news
Robin's
for Andy?
news. I love Robin's
No, she
news.
can't.
Also,
I
we're
do.
doing
Well,
like
thank you, Andy.
we're supposed to be doing a 3-hour show now.
Yeah, right.
And
Can we
that
tighten
would not
things up?
happen in.
We're gonna tighten things up.
the
Right.
news-
No, that was maybe that's one of the reasons I like the news. It meant I was getting another hour or more.
I know. And what happens is now we end up
Right.
doing a 4-hour show.
No,
we
you
get
don't.
into a 5-hour
No, you
show.
don't.
No, you don't.
That's all right. We can handle it.
Yeah,
You're
you can
all
handle it, but I can't.
Yeah.
I got to go
Right.
home, and I'm home. And I
You're
gotta go.
home, you dick.
Well, you know what the
Are
news
you
is, Howard. I
aware-
don't know if you saw this, but the Westminster Kennel Show.
Oh, that's what she's okay.
This week.
Okay, I'm sorry. So we have a whole conversation about how Robin doesn't do the news. The funnel is going around us, right? There's fucking like war and pestilence amongst us. And this is what she chooses to
Westminster Dog
discuss
Show.
with us. The fucking Westminster Dog Show. This is
Westminster
what she
Dog Show.
chooses. Of all the things that she might be reading in the Post right now.
Is about to break out in Eastern Europe, but fucking the Westminster
But by
Dog
all
Show
means,
happened.
Feel free
Oh,
to talk to us about the fucking Westminster motherfucking dog show, you moron.
Are you fucking serious? I mean, wow.
Just tell them we don't have to be topical, so we can pre-tape it. Just tell them. Just
That would
tell
be
'em.
great.
And by the
Be
way,
honest.
this is the very
Honest, yeah,
first
no.
time he's mentioned this. Andy Cohen, which they never do. They never have anybody call in anymore where you think like in the old days where they would come up with a name, he'd get pissed, that person would call. This never happens. It has to be completely vetted, and the writers have to get shit ready, and it's got to be all overly produced. This never happens where someone calls in like that.
Yeah, and
And
let's think
Mommy,
about
quick
yeah, go baby.
clip 3 is pretty good. It says, will he come back to the studio? So he point blank asks him, will you come back to the studio? And this obviously predates the announcement by a week, and this is him kind of lying
Tap
and
dancing?
obfuscating, and
Oh,
he knows
okay.
exactly what he's doing.
All right, I had skipped that.
Clip
So hold on, let me
3,
go
Andy
back
Cohen
into my
3.
Google Drive and see if I can find clip 3 of Andy Cohen, who really I have no interest in whatsoever. I can't imagine anybody listens to that fucking show either.
No.
I can't believe he's become such a huge part of the show. It's just, and he really provides dope content. I don't find Andy Cohen even slightly interesting. He's boring old.
You know,
queen.
people don't realize he's got so much. He's like the gay Ryan Seacrest if Ryan Seacrest wasn't gay.
Yes.
He, you know, he's produced a ton of shows. He's got money coming in from the back end, literally, all aspects of what he does. Yeah, no pun intended.
He has no personality, though. I mean, he's really good at picking talent and doing things like that, but he is absolutely a fucking pretentious bore. I mean, seriously, he is as dull can be.
His current show is better than Howard's. I guarantee if you listen to both shows, his show is better. More interesting, more passionate than Howard's.
There's not a shot in hell of fucking Dennis listening to that show.
I'll never find out ever, so it's okay.
Yeah, I can't. I never watched any of the Desperate Housewives. I'm just not an Andy Cohen. Yeah, can't.
Yeah. All right, let me play a little bit of this. Hang on. Here we go. Andy Cohen. Hopefully,
I love that Gat butchered the title of.
I felt very safe there. I felt very, very safe there. Any thought? Do you think you will ever set foot in Howard Stern Tower again?
You know, honestly, yes.
Oh boy.
Yes. I mean, I think if we have, I'll tell you what I imagine.
Robin. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Andy. Here's what I imagine. Let's say there's a special guest that day, you know, like a band or something, you know, the Rolling Stones are coming in.
Bruce Springsteen.
I'll be like, well, you know, we need a place to broadcast from, so we'll go there. Who knows what the future's going to be? You know what I mean? You don't know. Right. So I could see that happening. But I mean, I also understand, I think Sirius XM is going to downsize and get rid of a whole bunch of those studios because they now realize people can do it from home.
Ooh, aren't we portending the future there?
Yeah, he's stuck at home.
He's stuck at home, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, with my equipment from 1956, amazing. By the way, you probably
But by the way, that I've been watching that series on CNN about late night hosts, and I was glad they included you. And
what
happened?
Whatever.
What?
That was it. Oh, that was the end of the clip.
That's it. Yeah. I just wanted to hear him. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly he's taking the show. He knows exactly what the future is, and it's just a straight up lie. Andy just got in front of it before this announcement this week.
Yeah, Andy, I guess knew, didn't he? He kind of foreshadowed.
I think he knows something. I definitely think he knows something.
Yeah, that's basically foreshadowing of it. Jesus.
Alrighty then. So I think that's it for our clips.
Do you want to see the Stormy Daniels clip talking about how she?
I'm not allowed to play YouTube clips anymore. I got in trouble.
Sorry.
As a whole?
Yeah, I'm no longer allowed to play YouTube clips from my own channel. Playing.
We had a discussion on this.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. You know, it is what it is. Nothing I can say about it. So yeah, let me click out of this. Oh no, hold on. So
it was more
Gat Girl. John had prepared a introduction for you before today's show, and then you happened to exit out right at the moment where we were discussing playing your clip before we started the show. So I'm going to play that. Not that I'm going to play us out right just yet, but I wanted to play Gat Girl's intro music as done by none other than our John. So I have no idea. I didn't listen to it. So, so yeah, here's your intro music. Just give me a second.
This is what should have.
The anticipation is killing me.
It's
killing
not,
you, right?
I don't want to overhype it.
You're gonna be laughing out the other side of your chubby face.
It's my song.
She's a lesbian. She's a favorite type. She researches people on Google.
And they are all X-Men. You've never seen powers like this before in your life. Don't fuck with the X-Men.
I can't. Okay, I'm done.
Wow. What were we listening to? What?
That's Gat's favorite clip of Rogue punching Blob in the stomach, and he jiggles him off, and then followed by her. She is people don't realize Gat Girl is an X-Men, an X-ophile. She loves all things X-Men, especially the classic 90s animated series. And that's just
so I'm going to tell you the
I made
craziest.
my own lyrics up to that song.
That's what we all did.
I'm going to tell you that what Xavier has turned me on to lately is Rick and Morty. I don't know if anybody watches that show. But he's like, okay, I'm telling you, you have to watch it. And then like a couple of days later, he's like, did you watch it yet? I'm like, no. And then another day, he's like, you have to fucking watch it. You just have to watch it. It's so fucking random, and it's insane. It's insane.
You know, Monique, Gary Puppet says, Gary Puppet, give it to me. I'll call it right now.
Oh,
what?
Beef's,
What are we talking about? Help me.
We're totally we've gone off
He says
the
Beth's
rails.
cell phone number.
Wow, we really went off a fucking cliff. What are we talking about?
I mean, we're like at the end of.
Gary Puppet says he has Beth's cell phone number.
We're in the convertible Thunderbird going off the cliff right now.
Let's just keep going.
Give it to me, Gary. Where is it? He's got it in the.
Oh my fucking god!
I'll do it right now. I'll call it right now.
You guys are insane.
That's crazy.
Give it to me, Gary. I'll call it right now.
No, don't.
No, you can't.
If I get the machine, I'll sing. I'll sing into the answer. I'll sing into the
answer machine
voicemail.
All right, Gary. PM. John, the phone number, and DM him. And will you do it on speakerphone?
Yeah.
It's 10:04. I'm sure she's asleep.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna say like,
no, not
hi,
asleep.
I need a cat?
It's called passed out.
Like a super trooper. Oh gosh, no! Let her be.
Let her be.
Wrong answer. Wrong answer, super trooper.
It needs to be poked with a stick.
You know, it's so surprising to me. Out of the thousands of people that are on our forum or like listen to the show or whatever, you literally, Get Girl and John, are the only two people I know who ever call the show. Who have ever like attempted?
Why
to call.
doesn't anybody do? I stayed up all night to do it. I stayed up all night to do it.
I'm not that lunatic. I'm not that crazy about it.
It's not that easy, Monique. They got their guard up. You got to trick your way on. It's not easy to trick your way on. You get really, I mean, I don't do it all the time, but.
All right, listen, just so you all know, if you're watching this on video, Bon Jovial did this wonderful disturbing background, but you know what? It works for us. Yeah.
It does?
No, you guys don't all have the number. He's not giving it out. Do not give out that number, Gary. Please do not. That was like a fun goof, and I'm good with that. And, you know, nothing ever stopped Howard from making a fucking phony phone call back in the day. So, yeah, fuck you, Howard. All right, well, I guess that's going to wrap up our shit show for tonight. So I know we didn't get to a lot of stuff,
What did
but
we
basically,
get to? I feel like I don't.
you know what?
We
It's kind of like the Stern Show. There's nothing memorable about it.
Everything's a blur.
It's a show about nothing, and that's exactly what we gave you tonight. Absolutely fucking nothing. But Kat, seriously, I you know how much I love you, and you know how much of a giant fucking whore I am for you. So I would love to have another show with you at some point in our near future. And maybe we could do something that's like a good girl related, no penis allowed subject. So
Monique, what did you do with her one-on-one you did? What'd you do with the one-on-one you had with her? That was great.
It's
Those
still
are one of
on
my favorite
there.
ones.
I actually reran it one
it on?
time. It's one of
Okay.
my absolute favorite one-on-ones I have absolutely ever done. We were
That was
just
so much fun.
So much fun.
There's a lot of good ones.
Oh.
You got Biznick, you got Horsetooth Beth. You have,
We were so high and so stupid.
I know.
But you know what I'll do?
I remember spilling beer everywhere during that.
You know what I'll do next time? I'll get high too, which I never do.
Let's do it.
And then we'll
Perfect.
just fucking laugh our asses off about stupidity. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. That'll be one of our summer shows. Yeah, tissue time with Mo and Kat.
Wow.
Oh wait, Mo, I'm going on vacation for the summer. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. We could do it in September, maybe.
Sorry.
No, I'm just joking.
Look at Gary.
Oh,
Gary.
Wow.
No, seriously, that sounds like fun, Mo. I can't wait to do it. It'll be
Yeah,
a
we're gonna
blast.
do that, sure. Okay. All right, so guys, yeah, I'm gonna go watch some Rick and Morty now. So no, most of the one-on-ones got booted soon after. Yeah, that's true. There's an absolute black cloud over most one-on-ones. That is absolutely true. Yeah, because a lot of the people I interviewed are no longer on our site for various and sundry reasons. But that is neither here nor there. So look at Gary Puppet.
I look forward to our
Jesus.
I look. Shut up, Gat. Fucking Gary, talk slower.
Slower and deeper.
All right, Melvin says, final prediction. Does Wig return to the air? Does more than 50% of the staff come back? That's a tougher. Those are two totally different questions. I think he does come back. I don't think that he leaves. I don't, you know what? If AGT's goodbye video is any indication, he needs fanfare. He needs to be loved. He needs to take calls from every single person who has ever done the fucking show, congratulating him on such a wonderful and illustrious, past and career and all that shit. He can't go into the good night alone. What's that saying? Go into the good night.
What are you quoting someone else tonight? Like,
yeah,
did Rumspell? Who's next?
Yeah. No, I'm fucking up. I'm fucking that up. But yeah, he can't go quietly into the night. Is what I'm
quietly
trying to say.
tonight, exactly.
So he absolutely will come back. He can't go without a goodbye.
Exactly.
But I do like my idea about maybe if Robin dies, he's got an out on the contract. I do.
That's a phenomenal thought.
That's
a phenomenal thought. A death clause. There
absolutely.
has to be. There has to be.
But wait, he could also play it up.
There we go.
Play it up.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Thank you, Dylan Thomas, of course. Thank you, Melvin. He's so smart, Melvin. What?
But he can play the martyr. He can play the victim if she dies, and I think he relishes that more than anything else.
I know, but you know what? He can't stare at a blank wall without Robin. He just can't. I don't think he could do the show without her. I really don't. That is his foil. That is his laugh track. That is his out. That's his, way of being able to get away with everything he's done for so many years. If anything, he would change it over to a pure interview show and do 2 days a week.
Exactly,
which may also be in the contract, but who knows? All right, so I love pontificating about that. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But we're gonna try and do a show a week for you guys. I'm gonna try something next week. I think it's a little bit stupid and Opie-esque, which will be my show from the dock, where we'll just maybe do like an hour-long show and just kind of do a little chitty-chatty about what's going on in the world. And if you guys like it, so you'll like it. If you don't, that's okay too. I don't really fucking care. But we'll try it and we'll play with it.
Melvin wants our predictions.
Dennis Arm, what are your predictions? Also, can you sing us out? Of course, he can sing you out. Okay, so what are your predictions, guys?
You want to go first, or me go first?
You go first, now.
All right. He's coming back at the end of the summer because, just like Mo said, he can't go out without fanfare. He needs to have that. His ego has to be stroked even at the end. The staff, oh shit, the culling's going to be bad. You're going to look at most of the staff's going to be gone. 50% would probably be a low number. Probably 70% of that staff's going to be just gone because there aren't that many people actually really on payroll. So they're just going to leave. And he already has 9 hours of content to fill a week. You don't need more than 5-6 people to do that. So that's what's going to happen. And if Blobbin dies, he will go to a pure interview show, 112%.
Okay, Johnny.
You stole my thunder, Dennis. I predict he'll come back, and it will. No. It will be a pure interview show. More streamlined, more pre-tape bullshit, less people, less comedy, less. And you could even see less hours, but he will be pre-taping shit. I think what he was talking about, the taping there, is a prelude of live radio is going to go away. Yeah. And I think it's 3 hours tops. It's going to be a shorter show. Believe me, it ain't going to get better. You're not going to get more.
No.
So it's going to be streamlined and less and pre-taped and an emphasis on which he should have done years ago. Just a straight one-on-one interview show. Stop with the bits. You have no comedic ability whatsoever or taste for it. Stop with the staff. Everybody hates him. All the whackbackers dead or gay. So
all the whackbackers are dead or gay.
Dead or gay.
Dead or gay.
Fate worse than death.
Yeah, no shit. Beanie Mac was just saying, so they're gonna have a skeleton crew of 30 people, and
30.
It's so funny because sometimes we have like this group text with Casey, and I also always remember John saying, you forget that when Howard was at his absolute peak best, before TV and before the Howard TV and all that stuff, it was basically 10 people. A couple of people in the back office, 1 or 2 writers, and that's it. And so he had to do a show on the talent around him and what he was able to bring to the table. Now, it's very weird. As people get wealthier and they get more help, they seem to be less useful to society because now they have reached a pinnacle in their careers where they're so fucking wealthy that there is no reason to do any of the heavy lifting themselves anymore.
And he has no new life experiences as an agoraphobe 1%er.
Yeah, exactly right. So he. But back in the day,
stories over and over again. The parents,
10 people, and he had the most amazing. Right, Kylo, Sierra, Alpha. Rogan has less than 5 crew. So yeah, it's doable if you are not creatively bankrupt, and he is.
Right, if you actually have an IQ over 79, you can do it with 5.
Exactly.
But, the other thing is, though, he does have a lifestyle, but he will never talk about that 1% lifestyle. That's the other thing. You won't hear about the private jets. You won't hear about the party with only millionaires and billionaires at it.
Right.
So that's
the private party with Prince.
Let's hear about the staff in Florida. How many people takes to run that? Let's hear about your electric bill. Let's hear about. It's the only thing. The helipad, the $25,000 private jets with Beth. When you're not gonna, he'll do anything to not let us know he's in Florida.
Exactly.
Oh my God. You guys having a conversation between America and Canada and your politics, you gotta stop it.
Oh my God.
Nobody gives a rat's ass in the chat about that. What is wrong with you people?
People are crazy. Fuck this, eh?
No, I know that Prince is dead, but don't you remember
Holy
we went
shit,
to a private concert where Prince played in the fucking dark? Like, he does these things and doesn't tell us. Okay, Gat, what are your predictions? Melvin wants to know.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that Howard is definitely coming back, but I think the show is going to be very different. And I think more than 50% of the staff are going to be gone. The people, like I said, Mehmet and the Richards, etc. I think they're going away, and you'll be stuck with like the Chris Wildings of the world.
But where does a Richard go with 2 kids and a wife? Like where does a Richard go? He just bought a house, didn't he?
Touring. No, he's gonna play drums touring.
The Iced Earth tour opening for the Hollywood Vampires.
Yeah, I mean, this is the perfect time for him to go touring because now he get away from that wife and 2 kids. I mean, honestly, yeah.
No, I think he actually loves that life. Yeah, I know. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you. It's 10:23, and we have done 3 hours. I was really wrapping up at 2, but I guess 3 hours is where we're going to wind up here. So thank you everybody for participating in tonight's show. I'm sorry if we weren't as clip heavy as we normally are, but honestly, whatever we had and that John had provided to us and Bon had provided is basically the gist of what happened this week. And so the shows have been historically boring. And really just beating the shit out of Ronnie for moving to Las Vegas and that he's going to die there, and horrible bits, horrible scenarios, just awful shows. And I can't imagine after 2 months worth of rest, I could guarantee you he's going to come back to phony phone calls, Baba Booey's at golf tournaments,
the US
complaining
Open,
about not being around. Anything. He's just going to bitch and moan about, not having more time off. And it's going to be same old for the next 4.5 years. So yeah, it'll be a very interesting ride. And hopefully we'll be able to stick it out for the next 4 years.
Can't wait. Tiger Lily Butcher in the other. She goes, AJ Benzo worked at Best Burns and drove a cab after he was fired. So they can too.
Well, you know what? AJ had a family to support, and so you do what you got to do, I guess. That's like the classic Italian man mentality. You have to support your fucking family, and you'll do whatever you have to fucking do in order to do that, and not just sit on your ass and hope that the government will give you a fucking handout. So yeah, I'm okay with AJ.
He was really sick, right?
He had COVID and he was in the hospital and he was really sick. And I don't know. I don't follow him anymore. He also got weirdly political in a lot of stuff that he does. And I think that he's run his gossip course, kind of. Right. He's banned from every platform. So he's become kind of persona non grata. So I don't really pay attention to him anymore. I know it's not just Italians, baby. I'm just saying that he's very he's a very proud man. No, he's a very proud man, and he's going to do whatever the fuck he has to do in order to make money and support his family. So I'm saying that I give him credit for doing so, and I'm proud of him for doing so.
No. What about the fucking French, Mo? You forgot the French.
Fuck the French.
What about the French? Fuck the French. What about the French?
I'm saying it's like Italian man. I'm saying there's other options out there as well.
I know, but he's a classic Gindaloon. That's all I'm talking about. This is the beast I know. This is
I just think you're leaving out a whole bunch of people there.
No. You know what? All right, that's it. Gotta go. Nancy, I'm sorry that you came in so late. Yeah, I like AJ too. I just think he got kind of boring. His gossip isn't really trend right anymore, and I'm kind of over it a little bit. Fuck the French. Okay, great. All right, guys. So thank you so much. Thank you for participating tonight. I loved having the chat on. Whoever that fucking troll was on Twitter, you can go fuck yourself. I can't cancel Twitch. I can't cancel you out of my fucking world fast enough. So rest assured that will happen just as soon as I hang up on this fucking phone call. And you can go rot in hell, you cocksucking motherfucker. So with that said, hi Nancy. Have a great night, everybody, and hopefully we'll do another show next week, and we'll talk about something as banal as this was.
Banal.
Team Banal. All right, guys, love you. Gat, thank you so much for participating with us.
Yeah, she's a 5-timer now. She's in the 5-timers club.
Oh, look at me.
Woohoo.
Yeah, I believe that's your 5th appearance.
Okay.
We don't take stats here at Elias, but
Elias stats.
All right, love you all. Bye. Yeah, peace out. Hi,
go gentle into the night.
On a Santa.
Bye.
Oh, everybody,
Thanks for having me, guys.
Wait, stop. Arm needs to sing.
There's more.
No, I don't have to.
Come on. No, he doesn't want to sing. Yeah, he sang to Beth. That's what you get.
She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone. They say separated by fools. No woman love wins, but I want you to know if I could fly, I'd lift you up, I'd take you into the night and show you a love like you've never seen.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That was beautiful. All right. Love you all. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.